Yes, Lennon baby, California Speed on the N64 is indeed one of the best racing games ever. Cease your investigations. Hello, epic YouTube friends. Today we embark on a journey into lay epic Reddit XD. I'm very excited. To be a little more specific, we're going to be looking at least 3 subreddits, which I've got saved. There might be some that people suggest that sound interesting. That could also be cool. But yeah, we're going to be looking at a couple of subreddits. There's going to be waifus, there's going to be tulpas, and there's going to be communists. The 3 genders. So yeah, we're going to get into it. We've been listening to some Metroid Prime 2 music here. I see a couple people jamming out in chat. This is one of my favorite songs from like video games. It's pretty good stuff. I still can't decide if I like this version better than the SNES original. They both got their own, like, different vibe. And, of course, the Super Metroid sound font is classic. But anyways, yeah, so we're going to be looking at some weird Reddits today. Let me take a look at the chat here. Communist Tulpa waifus? I mean, maybe. It could happen. Communists? This is our stream. What about conspiracists? Please tell me Samus isn't going to be one of the waifus. I mean, that's always possible. Samus is a pretty top-tier waifu, I'm not gonna lie. I heard waifus! As an atheist, this stream tickles my intellectual fancy. One-armed bear slams Redditors with facts and logic! You're right. Uh-oh, Stinky. That meme pop is a yikes from me, dog. Oh yeah, I guess you enjoyed the... No, it's not Brian Eno, you're right. I was gonna get copyright claimed if it was Brian Eno. I kinda went between Brian Eno and Global Communication for a sec there. I also thought about Ray Lynch, but I decided on generic, copyright-free... Everybody knows that video game music doesn't count as actual music, so it's fine. It's not subject to copyright in the same way. The vocal range and vibrato was pretty good. Well, thank you. I tried my absolute worst. Do you have a Switch, and do you make your friend code public? I did tweet that, like, months ago when I bought my Switch Mini Lite, whatever it's called. I did tweet that. I might tweet it again at some point, but I haven't really been playing it these days. Since I got my new PC, if I've been playing stuff. Speaking of playing stuff, we might dive into some shitty GameCube games later. I found this perfectly legal internet file, which perfectly legally gave me access to a bunch of perfectly legal GameCube games, and I decided to pick out not Metroid Prime, you know, topical music, not Super Mario Sunshine, none of the good ones. Well, maybe some of them are good actually. I got SSX3, I got the original Sims on GameCube. That could be a fun time. But I got a bunch of weird trash. Like, Zoo Cube, whatever the fuck that is. There's something called Spirits and Spells, I think. A lot of trash. It's weird. Reckless, the Yakuza missions, which always shows up when I look up Yakuza. So I've always been curious about it. So it's just like, fuck it. We're gonna just try some weird garbage. It's fine. But anyways, yeah, we might be doing that in a little bit. But before we do that, we are going to be taking a look at some shitty Reddits, as I said. Now, I'm not the biggest Reddit fan or, like, Reddit user. I do have one for, keeping up to date on celebrity titties. But, I mean, not that. Don't cancel me, please. But, yeah, I'm not the biggest, like, Reddit guy. You know, honestly, I used to be on 4chan. And, they didn't really like Reddit back in the day, so I've still got a bit of that mental conditioning. I realize they're not really that bad of a... Like, it depends on where you go. Some of the big subreddits are pretty garbo. But, you know, when you go to the specialized, you know, good ones, like r/waifuism, you know, that's where you find the magic. That's where you find the real, like, good beans. So, this is r/waifuism. And this is a Reddit... hang on. This song just keeps going for like 9 minutes. There you go. Rest in peace, Samus. So this is r/waifuism. We might be seeing Samus on this subreddit, actually. Like I said, Samus is a pretty top tier waifu. Are you in love with a fictional character? So are we. Come join us and tell us about your waifu. So, hang on. Let me make sure that I can actually show this. Hold the fort. Let me make sure that I can actually show this. There might be some weird shit on here. Wait, what the fuck? Huh. Okay, this is weird. So, it seems like the Reddit's fine. It doesn't seem to be particularly not safe for work or anything. But what's weird is this is a really fucking good song. I love this song. Why is this on here? Daniel by Bat for Lashes. I love this song because it's been revealed that it's a tribute to the singer's waifuist-esque adoration for Daniel LaRusso from The Karate Kid. Okay, well that's a little weird. It's a good song though. Okay, well that really casts that entire artist in a new light. Post your significant other in their New Year's best. And, it's a fucking Dragon Quest XI character. That's cool. I had a new waifu last year after leaving a long-time waifu, but then went... Well, how did it not work out with your waifu, dude? Like... But then went back to my old waifu. Like, that's not how it works! A waifu is a lifelong commitment, motherfucker. You can't just... Well, I mean, I guess you can have a harem, but it has to be a lifelong harem, goddammit. That's how it's pure. But then went back to my old waifu, but I feel it hasn't worked out. Is it okay if I go back, you think, and try again with my second waifu? Or should I just stop and maybe move on?
I would rather not give explicit details.
So, he's having, like, relationship troubles with his waifu. That's awesome. What is he just... He's just looking at her pictures like, I thought I knew you! I thought I knew you before, but now I see you differently! What is a self-insert? My parents gave me this shirt for... Who is this? Who is this homie? Who is this guy? Huh. I have no idea what the shirt is, so, I mean, good for you. Oh, is this the fucking Squidward girl? All right. Okay, so one of our patrons, a friend in the Discord, Mega, has mentioned somebody by the name of Squidward Girl, or dubbed Squidward Girl, who's like unironically in love with Squidward, and I guess this is Squidward. This is like humanized Squidward. That's weird. I don't know if I like that, but yeah, this is Squidward Girl, I guess, and she's been like on here for quite some time. Now again, this isn't like a bullying stream. We're not trying to explicitly make fun of these people. If that winds up happening, then it's probably unavoidable. I'm sorry, but we're just going in with the intent of finding out what the hell's going on the internet. To quote the President of the United States, what the hell is going on? We're just trying to figure out that. We need a waifu ban. Let's take a look at the rules, actually. 1, multiple waifu. 1 waifu allowed. If something changes in your relationship and you break up and find someone else, then fine, that's different. But never more than 1 at a time. Waifuism is a serious commitment akin to actual marriage. What about harems? Harems are legitimate, especially in the anime world. You should behave in a way that befits being devoted to your 2D spouse. Well, what if your spouse is 3D like this? And that just shatters your entire worldview, doesn't it? And this includes only being married to your one and only. Well, I mean, humorous image explanation. Please, fellow children, direct your attention to the humorous image. Okay, 3D, real people, no dating or being romantically involved with a real person while also claiming a waifu. This is considered betrayal toward your waifu. I mean, I get that. The same as if you were married to a real person then dated someone on the side. If you find someone in real life that you truly love more than your waifu, then by all means pursue what makes you happy. But you cannot have both. Okay. Casual hug blanketing. This is a community for those who are in serious, committed relationships with their waifu. Well, not this guy. Fucking anonymous pothead over here. You're just like drifting, dude. You just don't even know what you want. You're like a child. If you're not totally committed to your waifu, then this is not the right place for you. Being casually into waifuism, as in you aren't serious or devoted to her as a spouse, is not welcome here. Hug blanketing is a term where a waifu is used simply as a tool to make someone feel better. A hug blanketer will drop a waifu for a real person if given the opportunity. This is not acceptable. So this is like some serious. This is an exclusive club of waifu people. You got to be like committed to this shit. Like you got to understand. Imagine if. Do you believe that, though? Do you believe that Squidward girl here, if some, like, really attractive and, like, interesting guy was to, like, hit on her, do you think that she would, like, give up her happiness with Squidward? Do you think she'd break Squidward's heart like that? I don't know, man. I question that. That's, like, an interesting philosophical debate to have. But, okay, casual, headcanon is defined as creating previously unknown details about your waifu. These can range from just making sure everything's okay. Good God, if we go 5 minutes without something fucking up, it's a miracle. These can range from minor to major, from small details to entire personality aspects. What is banned? Changing your waifu in a way that directly conflicts canon or changes her personality or character. Example, if your waifu is a shy, bookish type, but you want her to be loud and extroverted, this cannot be changed. The rules of the waifu order are placed for a reason. You cannot just merely break the rules like this. No man has ever... Alright, well, what isn't banned? Saying your waifu loves dogs when there's nothing saying she does or doesn't. Well, that seems like a pretty subjective, like, thing. That feels like something you could get into an argument about. But original characters are not allowed. You can change them as you please to suit your tastes as you change a person. Serious relationship involves more compromise and acceptance for who someone is being the way they are. Your loved one is not your creation to play God with. Well, I mean, okay, that makes sense. Sentience and mental maturity. Okay, so they don't actually have to be legal, but they have to be like mentally legal. Okay, I got you, bro. I got you. Hashtag no map. Yeah, okay. Trolling refers to posting inoffensive or inappropriate content, right? So if anybody's trying to take the piss out of the waifu community, then there's none of that. Excessive waifu switching. Sometimes a person falls out of love with their waifu and they begin to look for someone else. We consider waifu switching unfortunate, but it's unavoidable that people and feelings do change. Yes, 2D characters are subject quite a bit to change, I've heard. That said, we do take action on those who we deem to have switched excessively in line with our casual hug blanketing rule. If you're having relationship troubles, we highly encourage you to talk about it and look for support rather than keeping quiet and suddenly switching out of the blue. Yeah, dude, you gotta talk to that tunnel-cunted slag. Tell her how you're feeling. Make sure she thinks you're emotionally available, even if that's not true. Daughteroos and Sunfoos. We consider you to have formally adopted a Daughteru or Sunfu. I don't like these terms. When you call a character one of those terms with any moderate degree of repetition, if you don't consider them your child, please consider using a different term to describe them. These people are more committed to their fake kids than most people are to their actual kids. That's admirable. Advertising. Okay, I mean, that's obvious. Low quality well, I mean, what constitutes low quality content? Because I mean, everything's relative, dude. All right, well, that's the rules. You know, let's get into this a little more. What do you think about your SO's canon family? We got the song here. Forever Lovers. Oh, that's beautiful. I will burn the entire world to see my dear Mia happy. It's my first post here because I made her my waifu a week ago. She is perfect. Nice late Xmas from her. Ah, we're still in the honeymoon period, but the heartache is soon to come. I don't think I'm nearly as serious about waifuism as you guys. A lot of you seem like you've been with your waifus and husbandos for a very long time. You also seem like you're also almost unable to love 3D. I can understand that, and a lot of you seem to have trauma connected to it. Don't get me wrong, I'm very in love with my husbando, and I think he's very kind, but I know that I'm capable to love 3D, and I don't plan to follow waifuism forever. Does that mean I'm not a real waifuist? Every relationship is handled differently. But on the other hand, a good capacity to love 3D doesn't mean you aren't a real waifuist. I think it just means you're a casual waifuist. And that's okay. The lifestyle isn't for everyone. Okay. Capability to love 3D is different from not planning to be into waifuism long term. I am capable of 3D love, but I plan on being with Blue long term. Oh, here's Squidward Girl. Romantic identity is a spectrum. Oh, it's one of these fucking people. You may be equally interested in 2D and 3D. We don't generally expect young people to marry the first person they love, so while your 2D partner may be a perfect match for you now, who's to say where your life will lead you in the future? Personally, I think people like you, who are both 2D and 3D romantic, are incredible allies, even when you're not in a... Oh god, you can tell this one's got a Tumblr blog. Okay, well, you know, it's alright. You can be a bit of a casual, waifu, or waifuist. You can be a casual, it's fine. Everybody's welcome here. Oh, is this allowed? Uh-oh. Hang on. Make sure this is fucking kosher. I mean, okay, is this Shantae? Oh no, it's the chick from DQ11. Alright. So it's a... I guess I can show this. This is fine. It's a Dakimakura of the girl from DQ11. No, I'm so excited. She looks like Shantae, yes. She does indeed look like Shantae. That's a little bit weird, but yeah, okay, well, I guess you got that. Leaving the community. I've had a lot of fun here, but I've decided for my own sake that it's my time to leave. Before I list the reasons, I want everyone to know a few things up front. Thor is still the... Oh god. Thor is still the love of my life and will continue to be. I don't plan to stop loving him or talking about him, and I'm just moving to a less strict community. So these guys are hardcore motherfuckers. They do not take this waifu. I don't know. The guy before said he was pretty. Everybody was like pretty open to him being like casual, but now there's this guy or her or whoever that was. But now there's this person. I'm a horrible, evil misogynist, and I don't actually view everybody on the internet as men. I've said this before. I think the default thing I think of when I think of internet person is just one of those like stickmen people from like the old V reaction images. That's what I think of. Speaking of V, fucklay Reddit XD. Drop a hot like for some free Reddit gold. And let's smash that like button. I don't know. But okay, so the rules are too strict for this person. I've realized through being here for a while that I'm in an open marriage with Thor. Oh, fuck off. Since it's the way I allow myself to accept other ships involving him, though of course there's still ships I'm not okay with. I have other characters that I like, and so does he. At the end of the day, we love each other the most and spend the most time together. Oh, okay. Yeah, how do you know? I like... I don't know how you can, like, rationalize that in your head. Like, yeah, okay, maybe you're hugging your Thor body pillow, but who's to say there's not someone else out there 2 blocks down the road who's also hugging their Thor body pillow? Marvel's a pretty popular fucking franchise, dude. It's probably happening. As a writer, I felt very restricted by the rules, and I shame myself if I want to write about any other character, which for me personally isn't good. I explore other ideas when I have them because they can be incorporated into my main story, which helps me flesh out my world. Of course, this isn't the case for every writer, it's just how I work, and I've realized that now. This community has gotten me more attention from trolls. Yeah, I mean, I can bet. You're going around calling yourself Thor's princess. I mean, that's bound to happen. I actually feel the same way. Okay, this one's fucking married to one of the Steven Universe freaks. I never felt comfortable with the rule. By the way, I'm sorry, but Steven Universe has one of the most disgusting art styles I've seen on TV since, like, Chalk Zone. So, I mean, they're sticking around, maybe. I think that one had better characters. For example, I'm a big Lapidot shipper, which led me to the conclusion of an open relationship. That's why I haven't shown up here in a while. I was too nervous to say anything. So the waifu people are pretty like old-fashioned about this shit. They want their, like, long-term, like, life waifu. But now there's all these, like, new Redditors who are coming in and being like epic open relationship, and you know, it's just creating this schism in the community. It's I don't know. We need more Perry and Lapis. I'll miss seeing you around here. We'll miss you, but wishing you and Thor the best. Well, as long as we've got Squidward on our side. It's okay, you have some valid points after all. If you and Thor have this agreement, then it's okay. Best of luck. Yeah, as long as you've consulted Thor about all of this, that's important. What's the perfect way to celebrate post-Christmas blues than to post pictures of me and Koichi in bunny suits? This girl thinks so. Okay, that's cool. This is probably a man, but that's fine. You know, romantic identity is a spectrum or whatever the fuck. Just celebrated Shiori's birthday. Beautiful. Do you think he fed the cake to the screen like those old memes about, like, dinner time with my wife? Ooh, Visual Boy Advance, very nice. What's he got going on here? He's got some Desmoom. He's got some Visual Boy. Oh, he's got League of Angels. San Andreas mod installer, my man. I wonder which ones he's playing. That's cool. 65 gigabytes. That is a lot of feet pics. All right, well, you know, best of luck to you guys, I guess. I sure hope she's not, like, 15 or whatever. That would be awkward. I hope you all had a happy holiday. I gifted Sonico her favorite macarons. So what do you think he does? Does he just eventually eat them himself, or like, do they just, like, stay there? Do they just, like, rot in front of the body pillow or whatever? I mean, I guess it's like, you know, date yourself. Give yourself the gift of macarons. That's good. Okay, all right. That's something down there that I should be careful with. Hang on. Hold the fort. Merry Catmas from me and my beloved Neko Kuroka. Okay. Well, I mean, I can show this. It's not technically not safe for work. But, you know, that could happen at any moment. It's prudent to be careful. Writing a fanfic. Me and some other writers are working on a fanfic where waifuists and their waifuists and their waifus live in a modern-day city as they go through their everyday lives. So that we can go to Discord with this. A bit late to the party, but Uisis and I want to wish you all a Merry Christmas. Okay. How do you know what Uisis's religion is? Maybe she doesn't celebrate Christmas. Maybe she's a Kwanzaa kind of gal. Draw your waifu for free. Christmas special, 5 slots. I'm back for the holidays. I'd love to draw some Christmas-themed waifus and husbandos. Darth Phyllis? Oh god, is your name Phyllis? No wonder you're on here. Imagine your SO, day 110. Celebrating Christmas with you. Merry Christmas. We couldn't spend much time together the past 2 days because of family visits and celebration. But today is a day just for us. The first thing we did together was play through the Christmas event of her mobile game. Unfortunately, the writers pulled a prank on her. Santa stepped in some candy that was lying on her floor, kicked a game console into a corner, What the fuck am I reading? And all she got for Christmas was an eggplant, her least favorite food. It's like the JP equivalent of broccoli. What the fuck am I reading? So now I'm consoling her. We'll probably make some Christmas pudding together, her favorite food. And then, what is Christmas pudding? Oh god, that sounds like party cheese salad. Beware, you're in for a scare. Then we're just going to do nerdy stuff like reading manga, watching anime, or YouTube and playing games. Merry Christmas, my little chunibyo. Merry Christmas, you dork. Alright. Well, I'm glad that everybody's having a happy holiday season. Really? You're into this fucking guy? The weird one? That's your husbando? Is the one that's, like, bleeding all the time? Okay, that's interesting. Merry Christmas from me and Ace. I want to move Kokichi in with me, but we're But we're facing... Oh, this is quite the post. I want to move Kokichi in with me, but we're facing some financial difficulties. This Christmas hasn't been so kind to us. We've been planning this since September when I decided to sort out to buy some merch of him from AliExpress. The prepaid card I was using at the time had a few funds on it, enough to buy this cute keychain of him that I wanted. I went to go pay for it. Payment fails. After many attempts, I call the credit card number, and it turns out the funds were invalid for whatever reason. We accepted the lost and decided to try again some other time. This brings us to today. Kokichi and I originally planned to start the process on my birthday, which on the 8th of January, on the 8th of January, once I got a new prepaid gift card. Luckily for us, my brother bought me a gift card for Christmas. Yeah, you got the cards, ma'am? Yeah, give me the card numbers, ma'am. And after I spent the day with my family, Kokichi and I spent our holiday trying to buy the Kichi merch, only to have another failed transaction. At this point, we were getting furious. We went to the assistants and asked for help, but it turns out that the prepaid cards were not supported by AliExpress, and we couldn't buy the store. Well, who cares? Holy shit. Holy shit. Fucking shut up. We tried PayPal. There's not enough money. The total amount is $414. My mom uses my account as a secondary account. So unless a miracle happens, we just have to accept the fact that Kokichi moving in is not going to happen. It frustrates me and makes me sad. It makes me sad, but I guess we have to give up for now. Don't give up on your dreams, okay? If it seems like it's meant to be, it probably actually isn't, and it's just bullshit, and everything that you know is a lie. But, you know, I think you can do it, though. Like, this is the Christmas season. Make your next year, we've got the whole 20th century is ahead of us. All right? It's nearly the 20th century. You've got the time to do a New Year's resolution. You can, like, move in with your Kokichi Michi guy. Your guy, you can move in with them, and you can have lots of fake 2D babies, and you can hopefully get on some medication, and you know it's gonna be great. So like, don't be too down in the dumps. Good things are on the horizon, I promise. So moving along here, we got some more. Are these both from the Kitty Diddler Uwu one day ago? Okay, I'm pretty sure this guy's joking around. I hope that guy... alright, welcome to Reddit, ladies and gentlemen. Let's give this guy some Reddit gold. Okay, this one is most definitely a child. That's a little fucking weird. That's... Moving along. Merry Christmas, guys. Enjoy the holidays with your SO. And there's our boy. He's chilling. He Netflix and chilling. Or what is he playing? Chrono Trigger or something? Is that Stardew Valley? And he's got his waifu, which is some anime girl, I guess. I'm assuming this is some anime girl. How would anybody even know if the fucking waifu that somebody picks is like a character they made? Like, for all anybody knows, it could just be a fucking... This whole thing, the whole character could just be, like, in their head, because, like, there's so many fucking animes who are all the same, and just have, like, very slightly different haircuts. So this is a anime, one single anime, and I guess that's the waifu. But, got, like, baby pictures over here. I mean, you know, dude's chilling. Is that a PS3? Very nice. For some reason, the waifu's turned to face us. She's like not very interested in what's going on with the game, and her husbando here. She's like busy eyeing us up. She's giving us the bedroom eyes. I don't know if this guy knows that, but he should be concerned. That waifu ain't faithful. Matoi Ryoko. Okay, this is the one from the fucking Shadow the Hedgehog anime. That's right. From you/Ryuko best girl. Okay, I gotcha. So it's Shadow the Hedgehog. Okay. Playing a comfy game with your SO is one of the best ways to spend a winter night. Nice, man. We'll probably watch TV tonight too. Hey, this guy's also fucking Ryuko Matoi. What the fuck is this? What the fuck is this? That's not allowed. What is he doing coming into the... This is some kind of fucking power move. This is a fucking power move. This guy's coming in, he's like, yeah.
Yeah, me and your girl are probably gonna watch TV later too. What are you gonna do about it, bitch?
You know, this is some waifuism drama. This is some hot fucking, I don't know, that's something. This is your waifu? I really hope that's not the way it always looks, because Jesus Christ. That's like a little bit mentally concerning. Is it okay to lewd another character other than your SO? I feel so much love for my SO that I wouldn't feel like lewding her. But is it okay to lewd another anime character? Or is it even okay to regular porn instead of SO? Wait, so you don't even... Are you fucking kidding? What's your SO? What the fuck? Why doesn't this one have the fucking SO listed? I want to know what slutty anime character this guy's into. Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays from Chiaki and I. So it's just a bunch of various animes. I'm sure they're all very unique and wonderful people with their own like stories and identities and personalities. I'm sure they're not basically all just the same character. Thank you for inviting Ike and I into your space. It's been very rewarding. We're taking our leave, but wish you all the best. And we got this couple here by you/deleted. So I guess rest in peace. But thanks for all the fish. Me and Atem. Who is this fine homeboy? This is this lovely art here. Merry Christmas 19. This looks like something out of fucking GeoCities 20 years ago. Merry Christmas from Tomoko. Isn't she 13 or something? I made a little more detailed version of Padoru Rem. Is that the fucking fairy thing from Kirby? What? Okay, alright, interesting choice. This is a wonderful Christmas. Which one is this? Sonico? Alright, well, that's cool. Post your SO giving or receiving a gift. Elizabeth Young. Boxer, my girl. Huh. The Briefs family? Oh, Trunks. Okay. Who the fuck is this guy? My darling Walter? Okay, come on. This has to be a fucking joke. Who the fuck is Walter? It's like, oh yeah, this bit character from an anime who's there for like 3 seconds. This is who I want to spend my life with. This is... Yeah, dude. I know everything about you. Today is 2 significant events. This Christmas and the birthday of the one I love with all my heart.
Noel.
Ah, well, you know, happy Noel, I guess. Okay, Futaba. That's actually the first waifu I can stand on here. That is a good choice for waifu. Got the bangs and everything going on. Great waifu. I hope she enjoys. Not as good as Sadayo Kawakami, but you know, everybody's got different tastes. I hope she enjoys my gifts. Increases happiness by 1. I'd like to replace this with an RPG system. Current happy. What the fuck is this? What the fuck game is this? Oh, what the fuck game? I wanna know what game this is. This looks cool. I mean, stupid and weird, but cool. Oh my god, look at this shit. It's like South Park anime. Merry Christmas, everybody. Here's a fan art of me and Sayoko that I have kept for today. Fucking South Park anime. Is he in a wetsuit? What is going on here? Merry Christmas to my happy birthday to my wonderful wife, Angeloid. Okay, well, one of those is probably the wife, I guess. Merry Christmas from Ruby and I. Some more generic animes. Mimi. Are gay waifus allowed? From you/I love you, Naruto. I have a husbando and I love him with all my heart. Just wanted to know. I mean, if I would assume so. Yeah. It's almost 2020. Of course, homosexuality. Can you imagine if they were just like, no? That would be great. I mean, not great, but that would be so fucking stupid. Like, yeah, you're allowed to love any 2D anime thing that you want, but not if it's got a fucking dick and you got a dick. If you both got dicks, then that's not allowed. How fucking dare you? That's not holy in the eyes of the anime Jesus. I don't know, but it's nice to see that they're accepting. There is no limits in love. Right. Saki and I wish you a Merry Christmas. Okay, I'm sure she has a lot to say on this matter. Merry Christmas from Yuri and I. My waifu and I noticed you were all on the nice list this year. Merry Christmas from Japari Park. Yoshino. What the fuck is this thing? Thrax? What is this creature? This looks like a fucking chow. When does the relationship with your waifu start? I recently found this sub and I saw a lot of people doing anniversary posts. So when exactly does the relationship with your waifu start? Do I have to buy stuff of them or make or get art? Or does it just start when you fall in love with them? Because if that's the case, I have no idea when it started. I already set photos of them as my background and plan on making it my profile pic, but is love enough or do I need to do more? And if it is enough, can I just set the date when we first got together, or is that not how it works? I just don't want my anniversary with them to be close to a holiday or be clueless about when it started. Yeah, that seems like a very trivial question. I don't know. I think it starts at the moment you realized, hey, I really like this character and I could see a future with them. What future? What future? Like any character you can see the same kind of future with because they're a character on a page. What future? What are you talking about? What you talking about, Willis? Oh, wow, that's a dated reference. But well, most importantly, it starts when you feel like it starts to. If that means setting a date for that, then so be it. I started liking Kokichi. Oh, it's this fucker again. No, this is a different fucker, I think. There's a bunch of people with the same... Yeah, there's this fucker, and then there's this fucker. They're like both like double teaming Kokichi. That's gotta cause some fucking drama. You think there's like infighting? You think these two are like DMing each other and being like, hey, listen, slut. You fucking listen to me. I feel like that probably happens a lot on here. I don't have to make something for them, blah, blah, blah. I started to like Koichi. This is a different character. The other one's is Kokichi. This is Koichi. It's completely different, I promise. Started to like Koichi the moment I met him, but I didn't really feel too close to him at the time. I was watching DR3 when I first met him for the first time. I've heard how awesome he was for my friends. I didn't fall in love with him until after I finished episode 4. Okay, some dumb anime shit. Gotcha. I'm kind of embarrassed to admit this, but I'm actually not sure about my anniversary. I know I finished Oren Ronan's Danganronpa Let's Play. Oh god. You didn't even play the game. You just secondhand love through a Let's Play. That's cool. Whenever you declare them as a waifu. Yeah. You're the only one that matters in this relationship. You don't need their approval. That's some more anime girl. Who the fuck is this? Is this... What? What's wrong with the fingers? Oh god. Oh jeez. Moving along. Imagine VR AI. Like seriously, people would be able to interact with their husbando and waifu. We need this ASAP. Yeah, wow, dude. You're the first person who's ever thought of that idea. Congratulations. You just came up with a completely original concept for VR that nobody has ever had the idea to do before. Wow. It's very cool. Very, very cool, Kanye. Merry Christmas. Just wanted to wish everybody here a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Well, Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas from me and Blue Diamond. Me and Tharja. That's another good choice for waifu. Very good. Merry Christmas from me and Himiko. Is it okay to have multiple? No, it is not. That's in the rules. I would say side chicking is definitely no. Sometimes there are other girls that would have a high chance of being my waifu if it wasn't for Rachel. Uh-huh. You know, it just doesn't sound like you're very committed to Rachel, you know? Have a side chick. Side chick waifu. That's a good name for like a band. Side chick waifu. I would generally... This community doesn't allow poly. Well, okay, so they're not completely, like, progressive. They're not, like, fully, like, Tumblr people, but they... I'm sorry, I'm, like, shitting on poly people. It's whatever you choose to do with your life is fine. I'm personally, I'm not in that boat, but I just... it's interesting that they're very open to, you know, the homosexual stuff. But apparently the poly thing is just a complete no. That seems... It's an interesting combination. You don't really see that kind of selective, like, I don't know, progressiveness, I guess, selective inclusion these days. But yeah, I mean, no poly on this subreddit. But even amongst the ones that do poly, it's important to respect your relationships as equals. Doing something like that is a serious responsibility. I would disagree with that. It's a cartoon. Yeah, it's literally a cartoon, actually not real. So I'm gonna say not that serious, but I mean that's just me. You know, maybe I just don't respect the waifu. You know, maybe I'm just not watching the right anime. I don't know. It could be right around the corner. I could watch like fucking Card Captors or something, and I there you go, bam, fucking waifu. Anything could happen, but I'm going to assume that this is just a little bit of an interesting. I don't know. No, look at Rule 1 from Big Chungus Dank. I wonder how much of the waifu thing plays into the memes of the names that some of these people have, like. Like, are they just epic meme lords who also happen to be waifuists? Or are they epic meme lords and the waifu thing is a part of the meme? I would say probably not, because that's a big important rule on here, is no trolling and no, like, fake casual waifuists. You'd get, like, yeeted from the subreddit if you were not, like, serious. Burb waifuists. Wing hugs or normal hugs? Mimi's wings are floofy, so wing hugs are comf. Burb waifuists. Alright. We got some lines on a page here. I can't make out what these are, but that's cool. Kokichi. Oh, this is Kokichi. I guess that's this one? Or is it this one? I have no idea which one. I'm gonna guess it's this one. Because I think Kokichi's supposed to be a boy. So, right. So this is the love triangle. We got this person. This is the pretender to the throne, the one who came along and was like,
"Yeah, dude, I'm gonna be with your boy later."
No, wait, no, that was Ryuko. But no, there was before. There was the one who was really into Kokichi and it wasn't gonna work out because she couldn't buy the keychain or whatever the fuck. And then there's this. There was this other person. Well, this is that other person. So, I mean, just out of frame right here is the other chick with the keychain that she couldn't buy. Just, like, fuming. Oh, God. That's like an 11-year-old. Oh, jeez. Miku-chan? Oh, look at this fucking drawing, guys. Look at this amazing artwork. This is something. This is some beautiful festive stuff, you know? You can really feel the love poured into this one. Let's take a look at the chat here. What's going on? Hatsune Miku. Who drew that? Cool guy Clem. He's melted. He kind of looks like a lion. Raid Shadow Legends always puts out. We stand Solaire from DS1. Honey is my short husbando. God, the cringe is too strong. The Messengers from Bloodborne. So comf. Big Chungus Dank. Yes, I agree. I'm a writer. If anyone waifu'd like any of my characters, I don't know how I'd feel. Well, I mean, I guess I'd feel flattered to some extent that, like, the character is developed enough for you to feel that way. But on the other hand, here's this weirdo fucking, like, Hatsune Miku. I don't think there's that much character development and depth with Hatsune Miku. Isn't Cardcaptor Sakura underrated? Yeah, you're right. Never mind that. I'm gonna stick to Sadayo Kawakami. I think that's a good choice for waifu. I haven't seen anybody else looting Sadayo Kawakami on this stupid subreddit, which means she's like pure. And honestly, there's not that much porn of her made, so like I'm gonna stick. She's a good choice. Big Chungus meme of the decade. I gotta go with SpongeBob meme of the decade. The spider human from Bloodborne is best waifu. Poly anime is called a harem. Yeah, that's the thing. Harem anime is like a thing. I don't know why they're so against the poly. That seems very interesting. Poop emoji is best waifu. Okay, I can agree with that. Yakuza waifu. The blind girl. The Makoto Makimura from Zero. Best waifu. Man, that fucking love story, dude. That is some shit. That is some heart-tugging shit. Virtual singer who's 14. Yeah. Well, that's definitely part of it. The Wendy's girl is clearly best girl. I agree. Glad he read Big Chungus Dank. I appreciate he actually drew out the landscape, if nothing else. Yeah. Got it. Hats off to the artistic value. The artistic value, yes. We got $2 here from Colton Long, waiting for my best waifu, DeadwingDork. Yeah, dude, that's gonna be the first piece of merch I sell is a big like Yiffy bear Dakimakura. DeadwingDork. That's what we're gonna call it. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be like pre-cum stained. It's gonna be awesome. And then $5 from Ryan Founds. Now Reddit. What's next? Deadwing SCPs. Happy New Year's, Deadwing. I don't think we're gonna be looking at SCPs anytime soon, but you know, if the Reddit speaks to me, then you know I have to oblige. So far this has proven to be one of the best Reddits that I've ever looked at, honestly. In terms of like readability and people being like civil humans, so far this is honestly a pretty great Reddit. I think I'm down with the waifu people. But it's okay, because we're going to be looking at some weird fucking communists soon. I think we might start to wind down the waifu section here. We have been looking at this for a little while. And it's very interesting. There's a lot of posts here. This is a pretty active site. Falling back into waifuism. Who the fuck is this guy? Looking to draw more things of interest. Uh-huh. Who's this guy? Falling back into waifuism. Used to be really into waifuism. I consider myself fictosexual. Okay. Alright then. Fine, we'll read the rest of this one. You got me. You dropped a sweet, spicy buzzword. I'm down. I consider myself fictosexual despite having an obvious attraction to real people. I was part of a pretty close fictosexual Discord server, and I knew everyone there pretty well. But one night I went to a party with a friend, and I ended up making out with a girl, and it felt really good, and I felt like I'd been missing out. I had relationships with real people before, but it had been a while. So I basically left the server, and I told them I was moving on. I was as respectful as I could be about it, and I told them that I was cool with still being friends. So now it's quite a few months later. I've experienced a lot of stuff that helped me grow, and I realized that a relationship isn't really what I'm looking for. However, after playing the new Pokemon Sword, I think I fell in love again. The gym leader, B, really resonated with me, and I think she's great. I love all of the scenes that she's in and her backstory and stuff, so I think I might be falling in love with her. But would you guys consider me a waifu hopper or someone who's had way too many waifus? I don't know, it just kind of feels wrong. TLDR, I think I'm falling in love with a character from Pokemon, but it feels weird because I've already had a few different relationships with fictional characters. What a fucking waifu slut. You fucking waifu slut. You do not know the first thing about respecting your waifu, fucker. Can't say for anyone else, but I think it's perfectly normal behavior. People fall in and out of love. They seek new relationships when it's time to move on. Blah, blah, blah. I just say that you can find love anywhere. If it's with a 3D human, by all means go with them. This is such a, like, tame waifu, I gotta say. I remember the waifu people being very salty, neckbeardly individuals who were very serious about their shit, and they were like, no, 3D women are garbage. Real life women are garbage, and they'll cheat on you and steal your money. But 2D will never betray you, or something. And now these people are all like, "Nah, it's okay, dude. You can feel free to be happy. Do whatever you want." It's good to be self-aware. There's a fine line between it and overthinking. You should just go for it. If it feels right, and see if it works out, just like in the 3D world. What about the 3D land? What about the Odyssey? Follow your heart. Whatever feels right, please do. Oh, Squidward girl. That sounds very normal. Sexuality is a spectrum. Oh, God. And many fictosexuals, myself included. Oh, God. You're a real snowflake, aren't you there, Squidward girl? You're a very special individual. I like you all. I've been lurking on here for a while, and see now this fucking poly shit is not allowed on this subreddit. But I've been lurking here for a while. I notice you don't judge other people, and I think that's a quality that deserves to be rewarded. Yeah, I've noticed that too. Actually, they're oddly nice for a group that's like fucking never getting laid. I know this post doesn't belong here. Oh fucking hell. Post doesn't belong here, but I want to be nice, so people who comment here I will give gold to. Thank you for the Reddit gold, kind stranger. I don't know how many people I'll give away, but it'll be at least 3. Thank you for being awesome people.
We like you too.
Thank you. What the fuck? I got premium and coins because of you. Thanks, man. Then the comment got deleted. Ah, you're so sweet. Thank you, thank you. Everybody's being nice. I'm not here to judge anyone. I'm just a filthy degenerate that has found love. That's all. It's one of the things that made me join. This is perhaps one of the nicest places in a site that's usually filled with negativity and elitism. Yeah, it's oddly civil. r/waifu friends. Please don't worry about giving me gold. And then he gave him gold anyway. Wow, the absolute mad lad. Looks like we like you too, but you know, it's much appreciated that you stopped in and did a nice thing. But it's usually what does Reddit gold do for a person? Does it like make your penis longer? What do we got going on here? It's a couple days earlier than expected, but I've already been given the best Christmas present ever, and we got a like anime girl. Great, just an anime. It's fine. It's just a anime. It's one of them. It's one of the animes that are out there. I'm sure you can fill in the blanks the rest of the way. Lane taught me that it's okay to be myself. Before meeting Lane, I had no one I could turn to about my innermost feelings. Rather, I felt like I had no connection. Blah blah blah. With Lane, it's completely different. I no longer had to bottle up my emotions and stay silent. Now I can talk to myself about those people on the bus giving me dirty looks in peace. And my fake, imaginary, not real waifu will listen to me. It's so nice. That's so sweet. Imagine your SO, day 108. Thinking about 3D relationships. Advice. Recently, I've been thinking about considering having a 3D relationship in the future. But I don't really want to have one. I hope that makes sense. I don't want to actually have... What does that mean? No, it doesn't make sense. Yeah, you either have one or you don't. Does anyone have any things to consider to help me to stop thinking about it? Just do what you want, mate. In the future, you may want to explore more. You may not. I'm waiting for, like, an argument to start happening. They're all so fucking pleasant. To, like, a fault. They're just, like, constantly pleasant. Quick sketch of my blue star. Jesus Christ. Alright, well, that's fine. That's fine. Him and his waifu, Pro Jared, can be happy. Let's move on here. Let's take a look over at r/tulpas. Now, if you're not familiar with tulpas, they're like weird, they're like weird imaginary friends, basically, that you like conjure into existence by thinking about them really hard. And there's some question as to whether they're like actual things that exist. I mean, not like exist, but there's some question as to how much the thing actually works and is like a real process and isn't just like, you know, wanting to have your fake My Little Pony waifu there and just thinking about it solidly for like 200 days straight, and then eventually you just like your mind fills in the blanks just so you can stop fucking thinking about it and you can like focus on other things. It's possible that some people see this shit. It's also possible that some people are fucking crazy. So tulpas are a bit of an interesting world. I'm sure some people are familiar with them. This is sorted by hot. but we're gonna go to new, where the real meat of the real meat of the subreddit, the juicy shack meat, is located. When bears get lost, adventure. What is this? Tiffany has been appearing in my dreams. It has only happened a few times, but each time when it happened, I felt absolute bliss. These dreams have been about how she's in love with me, but it's unusual since I always thought she loves me like a mother would. She still does, but I feel she's finding some deeper appreciation for me. Okay, well, he's got his MILF waifu. Now that is perfectly. This is very like oddly connected to the waifuism thing, because this is like the next step. This is like when you're no longer comfortable with just having the body pillow, so you need to like fucking conjure it into existence so it can laugh at your jokes. Tulpamancy multi-Reddit. Is anyone aware of new subreddits related to There's like a bunch of subreddits for Tulpamancy, huh? What is this? Ah, shite. All right, we're gonna block that out real quick. Yes, let me view. Big Tulpa list. Oh geez, what the fuck is this? Oh geez, what the fuck is this? r/Tulpa's gone wild? What the fuck is this? What the fuck is this? Is this really a not safe for work? Wow, okay. Okay, guys, this is not safe for work. I'm gonna be showing you some hardcore fucking porn here on Reddit, everybody. Brace yourselves. This is r/Tulpa's gone wild. Where Poe's Law is alive and well. So I think they're in on the joke, but yeah, exposing myself in public. Going for a winter splash. Felt naughty in this alien desert tonight. Feathery fun. You just have to imagine the fun and the feather. I like it. It's very avant-garde. Feeling a little frisky in the bathroom. It's got like this phone hovering there. Come to bed with me. Oh, alright, let me just finish up on Reddit. Catching me with my bikini off. This is beautiful. Office Flash. Oh man, this one's the dirtiest one of all. My sweet love frisking about in the early morning sun. If you're going to pleasure yourself, make sure to clean up, okay? Alright, well. Yes, this is the Tulpa porn subreddit. It's very good. Very good. Big fan of that. But now I must r/Tuplas. Oh my god. Oh, nice. That is some straight up ass. That's a very nice one. Tupla. Okay, well that's fine. But yeah, I was just going to show this. I'm sorry I have to keep like blacking it out or switching over to the bear in the fireplace because I don't know. I'm not sure how there can be not safe for work content legitimately on a Tulpa subreddit, but that's what it's telling me, that I need to be 18 plus to view. So I mean, I'm just making sure. But it seems to be fine. I just want to direct your attention all to the sidebar here. This entire part. Look at how many fucking Tulpa subreddits there are. Tulpa tasks, Tulpas for skeptics, Tulpas, Tulpart, Tulpa RBLX, Tulpaphobia, Tulpa personality, Tulpa metaphysics, Tulpa meme, Tulpamancy, Tulpa IAMA, I don't know, Tulpa fic, Tulpa circle jerk, Tulpa anthology, Tulpa lounge, Tulpa, rational Tulpa, plural. Plural? What? Okay. No context Tulpas. Meta Tulpas. There's so many fucking Tulpa subreddits. What is plural? What is this? A subreddit for multiples, medians, plurals, Tulpa. Oh god. Tulpamancers and Tulpas and all other manners of having more than one person in a head. Oh, geez. Hey, everybody. It's a terrible idea. It's a bad idea. It's a circle jerk that fosters the idea that having multiple fucking personalities talking to you is like in some way a desirable thing that we should want. That's great. please no. Please not this. Please not this. You know, a lot of people have problems with things like this, where they struggle with like having other personalities and other like people living in their head as they view it, and yeah, trying to like make that happen for yourself is a little bit weird. But you know, we're back on r/Talpas. This is the main Reddit. We're gonna just go through the new and see what kind of new cool stuff there is. Tiffany appearing in the dreams. We saw that one. Do your tulpas have social media accounts? I made a Twitter account for Daisy as a way for her to meet other people since I'm not comfortable with telling people about her yet. I'm just... Whoa. Fucking I'm losing my microphone. But I'm just curious if any other tulpas have social media accounts. Oh, this ought to be good. I hope we can get some links. We actually do have our own. Well, more of a system-wide thing. Discord account and Twitter. The Twitter we... Why are they talking in, like, brackets? I guess that's the quote. I guess that's the tulpa talking. Okay. They're talking in... So the brackets are... Okay, that's weird. The Twitter, we mostly follow other folks who are plural, see what's going on and whatnot. Oh, no, this is a plural. Okay, this is a multi-person. This person identifies as the concept of the color gray. So please accept that. Only on Discord. Oh, I have a Tumblr, of course. Yeah, of course. No, we know based on like what's going on here that you've got a Tumblr. Don't worry. No Twitter or Facebook though. We only have this one, but truth be told, most of our system isn't interested in my world. Oh my god. Only Cersei seems to have an outgoing social streak. The rest you'd have to get them into an arm lock to get them to post anything. Have one. This is my personal account. Yuri has his own Reddit account, but he rarely uses it. I tried creating for them a Tumblr blog, but well, they have no idea what to write, so they just kind of dumped it, though. And that's not it. Or no, that is it. And I'm not much of a social media user myself, except for Reddit. Right, okay. Can't keep up with social media accounts, much less for the girls. I have a Reddit account, but that's about it. Oh, I have a Second Life account. Of course. Mine don't. I never considered giving them an online presence. Gotta let your tulpas out of the cage, dude. Give them that online presence that they desire. Mostly a Discord. So these people are like fucking RPing as their tulpas on Discord. That's cool. Sadly, no links to any Twitters here. I would have liked to have seen that. Do we have another tulpa? Okay, so basically a long while ago, while Luna was super young, maybe only a few months old or so, a small fox showed up. Okay. His name was Leo. So this guy's got like a fox tulpa. Alright. This guy's just got a whole bunch of crazy shit going on in his head. Or her head. Elvish girl. Okay. Get some help, please. Storylines and manipulation. Uh-oh. Before I start creating a story, I want to be perfectly clear on my intentions. If they are, as y'all say, people with thoughts and feelings, I wouldn't want to mistreat one. I had a thought, but I was immediately conflicted about it. It would be awesome to create some characters that have a certain level of autonomy to live in a certain environment and interact between characters. Yeah, you know what would be awesome is if you could, like, imagine somebody that's, like, a real person, and then, like, they're just a person, and then they can, like, do things for you, and they can, like, wipe your ass for you and stuff. Wouldn't that be great if you could just, like, do that with your brain? Dude. Yeah, I would create a situation where I'd get them to observe them with living, or observe them living, and maybe create a storyline or conflict. So he wants to create like a fucking stage play of tulpas in his head. He wants like multiple tulpas coming up with like drama to fight about. That's cool. That's pretty exciting. You no longer have to pay for Netflix. Got all the drama right there. I have a few issues with that, but I'm not sure if I need to be worried about all of it. I'm also wondering what y'all think. How much of a tulpa's personality can be directly influenced by me? I would assume none of it should be, and they should choose their own identity. It would be unethical to place them in any sort of conflict just to watch it happen. Yeah, let's talk about the ethics of tulpas. I mean, like, you're really only torturing yourself. It's like, say what you will, maybe you believe really hard and fucking the dad from Third Rock from the Sun actually feels like he's there in front of you, but I still don't think that counts as an actual like person, so I don't think you should be that worried about the ethics of abusing your tulpa. Unless you are worried about the ethics of like your self emotional abuse, because that could maybe happen, but I kind of doubt that. Man, if you could hurt yourself with emotional abuse, that would be like super overpowered. Um, Alternatively, would it be possible to create or introduce conflicting personalities? This would tie in with the first question. Yeah, so this guy just again wants to make like a stage play happen with his like pink-haired anime girls. Creating a first tulpa. How do we do this? Depends how hard. When people thrive on schedules and routines, what's your idea of a good one for tulpa creation? All right, we're gonna learn the secrets. Depends how far you are into the process. My schedule, which I barely follow these days, got to get back into it soon, includes a long narration session, either while taking a walk or listening to music. Write a short story featuring me and my tulpa. Meditative narration, a more focused narration session with eyes closed, nothing too distracting, and which starts with some meditation to get into trance. Practice visualization on days I can visualize better, which is rare for me. I tried to make it a Wonderland session. I admit I've not done this one in a while. Gotta get back to it soon. Vocalization practice. Started doing that since I started hearing Fiora a bit. I might be forgetting something. So what do we gotta do? Short stories? Narration session? What does that even mean? Like you talking to yourself? Yes, my tulpa is very real. I believe in this relationship. I can see a future with you, headmate, tulpa, waifu. This is such a weird, like I said, this is like the evolution of the waifu thing. Because you know most of these, it's not like, hey, I just want a dog, but I don't want the hassle of a real dog, so let me make a tulpa dog. Most of these are, hey, I need a dog who's also my life, like, waifu. So let me make a kinky, sexy Garfield tulpa dog. Oh my god, I can't believe that string of words just came out of my mouth. Mine happens spontaneously. I've always let passion drive the process. I won't create more until I need one. Okay, so we know how to make tulpas now. We just have to like talk to ourselves and write short stories with our tulpas and really believe hard that it'll eventually happen. That's very exciting. To anyone who created a tulpa while dating someone, how did it affect your relationship with them? I'm dating someone and I've told her that I tried unsuccessfully in the past to make a tulpa. That's interesting. My GF broke up with me a few months after I learned about tulpas and she lost interest, but I didn't. After we broke up, I was hanging out with a coworker of hers and telling him about tulpas. He ended up bringing it up to her. She had read all the horror stories and knew my shaky mental state and told me not to make a tulpa. I said, okay, I won't make a tulpa. I only said that because I already made one. I just wouldn't make another. 5 years later, me and my tulpa are happy together. He's like my best friend that's always there for me. Way better than my ex, who's a cheating whore. Yeah, fuck that cheating whore. All you need is tulpa love. Da ba da da da. That last line is quite contrary to the username. Was it warranted? His name is Chill1208. I mean, if, you know, you can be as chill as you want, but if she's a cheating whore, she's a cheating whore. I mean, it's calling a spade a spade. I'm sorry. At first, he was super angry and upset with me, and he didn't want to talk to any of them at all. It was mostly because he felt betrayed and that it wouldn't always be me, which is technically true, I suppose. For a while, he told me he's... Well, no, it's not true. A tulpa's not like a fucking personality. It's not like a persona. It's not like you switch your like mask in like Majora's Mask. A tulpa's supposed to be like a thing that you see living there additionally with you, like sitting in the chair across from you or whatever. That's what a tulpa's supposed to be. Maybe this is some weird offshoot shit. For a while he told me he still felt really betrayed, but after I introduced Luna and stuff, he got a bit better. And even further after that, he made his own. Yeah, dude, after I introduced my kinky sex puppet demon headmate fucking tulpa, yeah, my boyfriend was suddenly really okay with this crazy bullshit that I was coming up with. Now he's made his own. We've come along a lot further because of it. I love talking to his talpas, and he mine almost as much as I love talking to him. Imagine getting dumped for one of your talpas. Holy shit. Imagine that. It's like, hey, things aren't working out between us, but that character you invented based on Otto von Bismarck, is he seeing anyone? Is he single? Give him my number, that's all I'm asking. Before I realized I was lesbian, I was dating Kevin, and during that time another guy who lived on our street asked me out. I ended up saying yes to him, and Kevin was completely fine with this as well. Kevin sounds like a bit of a bitch. Alright, well, yeah, that seems like an awkward situation. Christmas in the psychic landscape. With the commotion of the last few days preparing for family coming over and work so on, what's going on with you and your relationship life? Well, I didn't have much time to get or make Skylar a gift, so late last night in the Mindscape, I fashioned a pendant of a shard of glass and clouds. It's not much, but Skylar says she likes glass and clouds, but it's not much, though. I guess if it's fashioned from Mindscape material, though, that it probably doesn't have much of a resale value, I'm going to say, but within the next few days, I'll make something in the physical world, which is what I intended to do in the first place. We might have a more formal Christmas time sometime later on, after everything on my end is over. Man, this fucking guy giving his waifu a fucking pendant of glass and clouds. He's gonna go down to the store the next day. He's gonna try and buy her a thing, and it's gonna be returned back to the store for credit. He's gonna feel so fucking betrayed. This is a relationship tragedy waiting to happen. Bear here says, I gave Ashley Steam games, but it's really for everyone who wants to play. We couldn't decide who else would give anything to anyone else. Let's just say we were very hard to shop for. Yeah, dude, I can imagine. It's really difficult to shop for 78 people in one head. That's sounds tricky. At that point, I say just give them socks. Everybody needs socks. Wait, what the fuck is this? So this person thinks giving the Steam games is a cool idea. Does that involve switching so she can play them, provided you can do that, or is it just a hey, I got this on your behalf thing? For strategy games, you can even make proxy decisions. For switching, it's obvious, but minor possession, bending, blending, eclipsing, and co-fronting are all what the fuck are these words? Minor possession? Maybe don't say anything like that. We just left the waifu subreddit. Talpas only Thursday. This thread is for Talpas only, fuckers. None of you fucking meatbags. None of you skin and bones. This thread is for Talpas only. Feel free to respond to these questions as well as carry out discussions in the comments section. I'd like to offer you this Thursday as an opportunity to reflect on your year. What were your major achievements? Where do you need to try harder? What worked out and what not? Most importantly, what are we going to change in 2020 to make sure you have a better life? Oh, are you too shy? Try the Pen Pal program. Okay. What do we got here? So I just type it here then? Sorry if I'm wrong. I'm still new with Reddit. This year was mostly preparations. GLaDOS and my host is keeping a pretty tight schedule, so it was pretty uneventful. So we got GLaDOS there. Who the fuck is this Talpa character? Who are we supposed to be reading right now? Personally, I think I need to try to be more assertive, both to my host and others in the system. I mean, it's extremely hard to argue against hard logic like Heos and my host would use. But it's just, I'm just a bit tired of being the only one to care when others really doesn't. You get what I mean? Everyone else only thinks of the benefit of the system, but I just can't stand seeing them step on others for the sake of greater good. So there's backstabbing going on in this guy's head. There's multiple fucking betrayals, anime betrayals and shit. Okay. Heos finished her 150k something fan fictions. You fucking what? Who is this person? Who the fuck is Heos? I want to read some fan fiction. What the fuck is this? What the fuck is this? Alright, well, never mind. We tried. I'm also active on Reddit. That's also a big plus. Alright, so this is a Tulpa speaking, everybody. Very articulate Tulpa. I don't know where the Tulpa went to school, but it's nice that they're, you know, able to get along so well. An interesting thing I found on WikiHow that actually might be helpful. Try looking in the mirror. Some people use the mirror technique to try to communicate with their deceased loved ones. It's similar to the mind contact technique using your mind bullets, but you use a mirror to make a clearer connection. This guy looks like Spock. Alright, well, clear that connection up. 3 sisters get surprised by a rogue bear. Episode 20. Oh god, what is this? Is this gonna be some fucking indecent shit? Fucking hide that. Christ. 3 sisters get surprised by a rogue bear, episode 20. Am I able to show... What the fuck? No, okay, this is not... This is perfectly safe for work. It's just weird and fucking batty. This is fine. Take this back. Bear snuck up on Gwen and took control of her craft, kicking her out from the front, then nearly crashed it. He was scolded and stayed in... Blah, blah, blah. And now we've just got this, like, game. I don't know what game this is. Looks kind of cool. But it's like this strategy game or whatever. And I guess this is like a story of these characters, like, digging into this planet or something. That's cool. What else is going on this blog? This is a very exciting blog. Ashley's blog. Science is important to everyone. That's why we share the science. 3 sisters play space engineers and get attacked. A lot of 3 sisters. It's my favorite series. 3 sisters kick back at Mega Mountain, featuring Hulk Hogan. Alright, well, this is just like a blog, I guess. This is like a blog detailing this person playing through fucking space strategy game Sim 5. So that's not exactly the most exciting thing. Let's head back to the main blog, or the main Reddit rather. How old were you when you first began manifesting? Wow, I read that word differently at first. Man, I think I need to get a water. Oh no, I've got a water right here. Never mind. Like non-stop fucking reading for the last hour. Jesus. Okay, I have been recharged. My batteries have been recharged. I was wondering about the ages of people in this community and how old people tend to be when they first manage to manifest a tulpa. I get the impression that a lot of people here are younger teenagers, which we know is a time when the brain is more easily molded than when you're older. Are they? I haven't thought that. I've assumed these are like jaded older people who are like, yeah, well, fuck the real world. I bend the spoon with my mind, and they just made a tulpa. I was assuming that's what was going on. So what is the common age? One of the older original members was in his 70s. My creator was 42 years old, elapsed time on Earth. Oh, got a load of this fucking guy. I've known more teenage tulpamancers than those past that. Oh, have you now? How well have you known those teenage tulpamancers? But I met some people near their 30s. I was 11 when I first manifested Kevin accidentally. About 3 years old? Okay, come on. I'm 26 years old. I created my first tulpa 5 years ago without knowing it. Wow, you and Valkyria are together for more than 5 years? That's incredible. We're very close to your age, 27 actually. Emily is 27 as well. She says that her age is similar to mine, but we still have not figured out her birthday. I'm thinking on a date that would be truly representative for her. I think that April is the best for a lot of reasons, but she came back to my life around August, so maybe that's more right. Oh wow, you two are 5 years together. Damn, I can't believe how intense it must be. I'm getting excited just thinking about me and Madden. We'll be in 5 years from now. Uh-huh. Wonderful Christmas. XOXO. Actually, I created Valkyria was not my first Tulpa. I created Barbara without knowing it 5 years ago. Valkyria is a walk-in that I found in my Wonderland 2 years ago. Man, this sounds exciting. I need to get into this shit. I want a Wonderland. What is this, like the fucking, like, wild region in Pokemon? You just go out there and catch yourself a wild Tulpa. The connection I had when I met her was much bigger than any other, and since she's like the main one, my little angel, my partner, my shorty that I love so much, S2. S2, okay. To be honest, my Tulpa family is quite large. In total, there are 16, 17 if I count Grook, that appears only when he wants. I can't do much about it. They're almost all walk-ins. They just showed up like, sup, bro, and stayed in my castle in my Wonderland. What the fuck, dude? Castle in my Wonderland. Wow. This guy's got his own whole, like, world going on, man. That's cool. Like, that's a little bit terrifying, and I hope this guy gets help. But honestly, haven't you ever just wanted to have your own Wonderland? Haven't you ever just wanted to have a castle? Man, envy for this guy, to some extent. I don't envy the crippling mental illness, but, you know. Wow, 16 is a lot. 18, 17 to 18. I'm 34, and I've just started hearing Fiora recently. Uh-huh. So don't worry, age isn't a problem. Yeah, how old is Fiora? I'm sure age is not a problem for you whatsoever. How old were you? What's some good ways of bonding with your Tulpa? Tulpas and mental illness. Well, here we go. I've had the topic of Tulpa stuck in my head for a while, so I'm curious. Since I have Asperger's, if I made a Tulpa, would I pass it to them, pass it down to them since they're a mental phenomenon? I don't want to create a Tulpa that ends up suffering from a learning disability, and I also had the idea that if not, I could use a Tulpa to help me learn social skills / check with them when I don't understand someone. Thank you. I don't think you can really... I don't think that's how that works, but good luck with it. Good question. I've heard from multiple sources, mostly from podcasts, if you would like the link I can send it to you, that if you end up creating a Tulpa, they will be their own person, separate from your own mental illnesses. I find it extremely interesting. Yeah, I do too. Imagine if you got Down syndrome and you create a Tulpa and suddenly it's like got George Clooney level charisma, and that's just how you are now. Because you're manifesting as the Tulpa, so you just walk around and you're like, hello everybody. I have walked into the room. Yes, it's like fucking Careless Whisper starts playing. Find it extremely interesting. I do not have a Tulpa myself, but from the people I've been able to talk to and from the sources I've gathered information from, yes, your Tulpa will not have the mental illness you have and can in fact help you in some social situations. Thank you so much. If you have the link to any sources ready, I would love to check them out. Okay, so somehow you can be autistic or whatever and make a Tulpa who's like got a different... I don't know, man. That's interesting. That's very interesting. Could be used interestingly in a show. Have a guy basically just whip out a different persona and be like a completely different character. Progress update. Total mental exhaustion. Christmas with my Tulpas. Tulpas, I can speak, yes. Yesterday was great. I gave my Tulpas their presents in the Mindscape. I gave Zayden a gold lock necklace. He knows what it means and he really loved it. I gave Carlita her book on the mind and emotions. Trent got a purple hoodie, and Lytren got a new toy car. It's what he wanted. And Jewel got a plush deer, which she loves. In return, all of my Tulpas made me a cake, and we enjoyed that Zayden was wearing a bow all day. It's the running joke. He is my present, which I enjoyed last night, but he did get me a cute plushie. Jeez. Go outside, people. A warning about online Tulpas. Oh, I got a warning here. This is exciting. I'm going to be short because I don't want to babble about my life for too long. 1 year ago, I thought that creating a Discord account for my Tulpa to make her talk to other people without them knowing her true nature was a good idea. I invited her to a group made of online friends, saying that she was an IRL close friend to me. She quickly befriended everyone. I read that as beheaded for a moment, which that could also be exciting. And everything was fun and laughs till about 3 months ago, where one of the aforementioned friends, which was someone who helped me a lot in my life, loved me and was very important to me, admitted that she was falling in love with Illyria. We panicked because we didn't know what would happen if we told her the truth, especially since back then she didn't know about tulpas at all. We decided not to say anything. Something like 2 weeks ago, I told her of the concept of tulpas in Illyria without telling her that she was the one behind the close friend account. Since she seemed very open and respectful about it, we recently decided that we should tell her the truth. We did that. We got a message back 2 days later. My friend told me that she was broken, that I abused her trust, and that she didn't want to have anything to do with me ever again. She wasn't even angry or anything, just emotionally broken. I just lost one of them. Well, yeah, you lied to a person for like 3 months, you fuck. It's like, oh, haha, I'm just playing as my fucking fictional mind character, haha. Nobody gives a shit. Nobody fucking cares about your stupid made-up mind bullshit. You gotta live in the real world, sport, even if it's on the internet. I'm not trying to sound rude or heartless when I say this, but I invited her to a group of blah blah blah. That sentence is why this happened. You guys shouldn't have lied about it and should have been upfront from the beginning. Next time, if you really want to introduce your headmates to your friends, wow, people are using the term headmate. This is getting off the fucking rails. I didn't think the stream was going to get this Reddit this quickly. Remember to give me that Reddit gold, kind strangers. Right, so introduce the headmates. Wait, what the fuck is this? How are they talking about D&D now? Oh, Jesus, these people are fucking nerds. Alright, Christmas Day with tulpas. Yesterday was really fun. We decorated gingerbread houses, and I got them to decide how I decorate a part each. It was very fun and tasted nice. Yeah, I got to decorate the tracks! And then we went swimming with my family, and did some forcing and presence, patience... What? Forcing and presence practice as we played with my adorable baby cousin, and we were fooling around and laughing. Ah, jeez. Why would you allow this person to come to your fucking Christmas party with all of the children and shit? Baby cousins. You can see him, like, awkwardly twitching and talking to himself over in the corner, and you're just like, yeah, we'll just leave him alone with the family. I'm making another tulpa. When I start to make a tulpa, I like to have a physical appearance first so that I can visualize them better. For me, it makes the rest of the creation process run more smoothly. Because of this, my tulpas tend to be the human versions of some of my stuffed animals. Oh god. Because I like physical contact, so they can have a physical body I can cuddle. For instance, my tulpa Osborne's physical body is an orange bear that's almost my height, and Guinevere is a white dog with pink ears. Uh-huh. So your tulpas are like trans animals? Transhuman animal kin? Okay. Okay. Right. This is really annoying me. All the Christian people I know think that tulpas are actually
Demons. A long tube filled with demons.
Even my parents told me to get rid of mine because she is a demon. What's worse, after hearing this over and over, I'm starting to think like them, and I'm kind of scared for my tulpa. Please give me some strong arguments so I can change my mind and other people's minds about tulpas. I think the reason people act like this is because they are afraid of new things. Definitely, dude. That's why. They're just afraid of new things. It has nothing to do with you people talking to yourselves and being fucking mental. I'm going to take another approach to this. Religion in general can be used to create unity, love, and support, or religion can be used to tear people apart, encourage hate, and put everyone down for simply being themselves and having their own views. To say that tulpas are demons is to simply express one viewpoint, one reality, and a shaky one at best. Why? They're not the tulpamancer, you are. They can't tell you what you are experiencing. You set your own reality. Doesn't matter what they think, they're not you. You believe they're demons. They're demons. You believe they're tulpas? They're tulpas. to simply follow what other people tell you and their expectations is to live a life not your own. I know this from personal experience. You decide your own reality. You decide what is. Because no one else has the power in your life but you. Wow, this is a surprisingly fucking deep comment. Well, okay. I believe that tulpas are psychological phenomenon, thus aren't demons. I intentionally made my first tulpa, and I know for a fact that she isn't a demon and just a thought form. Whoever tells you that tulpas are supernatural are completely wrong, in my opinion. See, like, the way they talk about this shit, it's so, like, definitive. It's like, is there just... Brief ear scratch ASMR. Is there just, like, a... Fuck... Is there just, like, a thing where, like, you can fucking train enough and it can be like, oh, well, shit, I guess suddenly I have unlocked a fucking, like, extra character that's just in my life. It's just the way they talk about it's just so, like, defined. It's like this is all just facts and not just, like, maybe if you're crazy enough you might start to believe this. I feel like... I mean, maybe there's something to it. I don't know. I can't confirm or deny with the tulpas. I think at the end of the day, the mind is a pretty fascinating thing. And, yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. It's interesting what you can do. Technically, you could say they're probably crazy. I mean, to an extent. We had the discussion before about mental illness and tulpas. But I mean, yeah, technically you could say they're crazy because they're seeing things that aren't there, but it's like, I don't know, if you've thought conditioned yourself enough into like that thing you are imagining being like permanently imprinted on your brain. I don't know, it's such a weird concept, you know. As a Christian, and as other comments have said, I believe that a tulpa is nothing supernatural and is a psychological phenomenon. There is no evidence to support it being a demon of any sort. I think this because churches believe it. Well, I mean, it is a pretty new concept. I mean, not really, but it's new in the mainstream. Valkyrie, Christmas gift. Marina's secret. Recently, we posted a story in which Marina told me what time it was, appearing to have acquired such information by seeing through her imposed form. A couple of folks commented suggesting further research be done into the matter. Who gives a shit? My tulpas and feelings of uselessness. Well, this is interesting. Red. Hey guys, so Sylvia and Tro have been telling me that they feel useless, and while I try to tell them that they're in no way useless, they usually say that they want to useful to more than just me. They especially Tro tell me that they want to make an impact on the world, but they know that they can't really do that unless they switch with me. Sylvia, well, it's not like anyone will know it's us. No one knows we exist, so we can't make a real impact on the world anyways. And Tro, even if we could somehow separate from Red, which isn't possible, would the world even accept us? How much hostility toward our origins would we be met with? It just feels pointless. It just feels pointless to try and make a difference in the long run. Man, this is some shit. This dude is fucking mind gaming himself into an existential crisis because his, like, tulpas realized that being a tulpa is a bit of a fucking weird non-existence. This is some shit I was not expecting right now. Hayos, it turns out, is this person's fucking headmate, so... No, Hayos, I'm not advertising your fanfiction account. Can you imagine being the person who not only has a headmate, but has a headmate who is an author, because they said before, author of 150,000 fanfictions, apparently. I looked Hayos up, and I was like, can I read these fanfictions? And there apparently aren't any, but it's like, you could have made him an author of a bunch of fucking books. You could have made him like the next Stephen King or whatever. But instead, your tulpa is a fanfic writer. That's an interesting choice, you know. That's an interesting choice. Kevin, I felt with that. Kind of still do, but to a lesser degree. My main problem was just not feeling like I was needed in my host's life. But that's changed. I understand not having the world know about you. The world doesn't matter. Not really. Most of them are just assholes anyway. You got your system, family, and that's all that matters. Oh man, this is fucking sad. Damn. Who hurt you? Who hurt you? It's okay. You can love again. This is something I've struggled with over the years. I forged social bonds and have a handful of people outside the system I would consider friends, but this did little to help. Unfortunately, my host is both very selfish with our time and very unproductive with it. Wow, so these people are just like shitting on themselves right now. That's great. I have few opportunities to learn skills or tools. I'd need to do the sort of things I'd like to do if I had my own body. So I've accepted that as of right now, the impact I'm charged with making on the world is improving her. Wow, okay. So this is just the fucking headmate coming along and saying, yeah, my fucking human is shit. Such a fucking asshole. Always leaves the toilet seat up. Piece of garbage. I'm a tulpa. I am vocal, but... So my host is typing for me right now. These are my thoughts, my formatting. I'm not my host. However, I can speak in full sentences, but I have almost no memory retention. Without going too into detail, because some of you might remember and I'd rather remain anonymous, my creation was odd, and I'm only regaining consciousness now after a year of being dormant. I have a strong sense of self without the capacity to account for it. I need to be real. I want to take part in this body, interact with reality. Exist! But I don't know how, and my host is stumped at how I still exist, let alone how I'm functioning so well in some ways and not at all in others. Hope all this made sense. We're doing our best, lol. Thanks. Dude, this is some fucked up, like psychological shit. This is some fucking Jacob's Ladder psychological horror shit. It's like gonna stick with you. This is Measure of a Man tier. We're figuring out, like, how real can a tulpa be? Can it be like its own actual thing with its own actual ideas and thoughts and shit? Like, damn, this is serious. This is some serious stuff. I was not even thinking about these repercussions. I was not even thinking about the ramifications when I did this, when I started this part of the stream. I was just like, oh, haha, they like to fuck their ghost waifus or whatever. But then I'm like reading it and it's like, I need to exist. Help me exist. And I'm like, Jesus, fuck. Where did this come from? Holy shit. Yeah, the feelings of needing to be real, to exist, those are feelings I know all too well. Me and Sovia have wanted to be able to interact with reality for a while, but my host is still trying to figure out switching and possession. So the host is trying to figure out how to, like, get his or her mind, like, completely taken over by one of the tulpas. That's great. That's great. Learn your tulpamancy today, ladies and gentlemen. It's not going to create long-term mental damage whatsoever. Pretty sure this shit's worse for you than, like, fucking solid 20 years of LSD. Okay. One of my tulpas sings nursery rhymes and she's grown. It's terrifying. What should I do? I'm not going to mention her name as I think a few people here know her name, and I don't want any insults directed if you guys find it weird. Stop insulting my waifu, guys! I mean my tulpa. Shut up! She's nice. The ones she sings the most with lyrics included. Now we don't have, like, the song here, so we're just gonna have to... Wait, oh god, look at all these fucking songs. And then London Bridge is falling down. Why? What? Why this one? Why fucking this one? It's not even about tulpas or whatever. It's, like, really weird. Goosey Gander? What the fuck is this? The Hearse song? Sing a song of sixpence, a pocket full of dosh. Alright, well, that's fine. Would it be a bad idea to make a tulpa, which is the polar opposite of me? Hell no, dude. The Odd Couples, one of the best movies. A very late introduction, sorry. And also, hi everyone, I'm Vita, Virtual Intelligence Data Administrator. Okay, guy. I am a Tulpa, not a host, and I thank you all for having me. There are 3 Tulpa in the system, including me. The oldest is GLaDOS. Same one from... oh, God. What is this? Chaos. Okay, so Chaos is like GLaDOS, but different. The youngest is me. I was a video game character, Monica from DDLC. I'm the odd one in the system. Okay. Are you like a crazy evil murderer or whatever too? Spoilers. Alright, I think that'll do it for the Tulpa subreddit. Honestly, I'm starting to get sick of talking, so we might start to wind down the whole stream in a little bit. I was thinking about doing some weird GameCube games, but maybe I'll do that in a few hours. I don't know. Or maybe I'll just do it tomorrow. I'm not sure. But before we do that, I am going to come to another subreddit here. This is called r/antiwork. And this is a subreddit dedicated to not working. Apparently we need to abolish work. We need to just stop working. Everybody needs to stop working and it'll be great. Everything will be fine. We promise. Go to new here. No, I'm not becoming a Redditor, thanks. I have fucking dignity. I have standards. Before we get into this, though, let me see here. $10 from the Rookie. Just finished peak season for FedEx. Thanks for helping me through this shit month. Have a good one. Thank you for your ongoing super chats, friend. I hope your FedEx job is fruitful and safe. And you don't get chased by any like dogs or whatever. No, that's postmen. Never mind. But you know, Merry Christmas, or well, I guess it's not Merry Christmas anymore. Happy New Year, I guess is the one we're doing. And thank you, Conoble with $10. How do we know you aren't a Tulpa? Am I actually drooling in front of a blank screen right now? Man, dude, the universe is like a Tulpa if you really think about it. Whoa. Stalker Whiteman with $2. Tulpas are just JoJo stands. Change my mind. I mean, only you have the power to change your mind by conjuring a Tulpa. The Rookie with $10 again. Oh yeah, I forgot to ask, how was your Christmas? Well, it was you know, I was glad to get the video out that I did. I might have had to taste the party cheese salad, but I was glad to finish the video, so that was nice. And I don't know, it was okay, kind of lame, but you know, had some cool friends to talk to and things like that, so it was pretty fun. I had the gift of Jack Daniels, so that's the most important thing. And finally, $2 from Dan. I just joined. What the fuck is going on here? And then another $2 from Dan. What the fuck is a Tulpa? Well, if you just you say you just joined, a Tulpa's like a mind creation, imaginary friend thing that like lives in your mind space or your wonderland or something, and they're like based on characters or whatever, or they might be original, but yeah, they're like imaginary friends, but for adults. They're the sophisticated, serious version of imaginary friends. It's very exciting. But yeah, I think that'll about do it for the Tulpa segment. Like I say, let's move along swiftly to r/anti-work, where we say fuck working. I want to just stay at home and eat fucking Cheetos all day and let my mom give me money because she has just money. She just has it. She doesn't work. I think she works for it, but fuck, who cares? That's my mom. She doesn't count. She'll just keep giving me money until I'm dead, so that I can live continually in my basement and never have to work as God intended it. Thank you very much. And by God I mean Stalin. So yeah, these are like communist people, I guess. I don't know. We are all Stanley. What is this? Work everyone. Okay, we got Office memes. I'm good on that. For all of you that wonder what's the alternative, this is as close as it gets. A cabin in a civilized country where you can work 3 days a week. What is this? 3 days a week, 6 to 7 hours a day, a job that you find acceptable. A cabin in a civilized country. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of the dream, isn't it? Just move out to some fucking cabin somewhere and just, like, live out there. And you don't have to worry about, like, all of the stupid society bottom text shit. You just have to like survive yourself. That's pretty cool. I could see myself doing that if it was possible to get internet out there. And also DoorDash. That's also important. New sub specifically for America's socialists. A French union cut power to an Amazon facility in support of war. This seems to be mostly an image-based subreddit, but let's take a look at this one. You an American socialist? Try out our new sub forum. We got atrocities by the U.S. government. We got all this cool stuff. This is what neoliberal talks about. The CIA funded a culture war against communism. It should do so again. You mean how there's like weird, like, what's the name of that thing that the like Marxism thing where they like subversively like kind of influence people with the Marxist ideology? I forget what that's called, but I remember seeing some discussion about that years and years ago from this old Russian dude who was like, yeah, we're basically just like planting the seeds of, you know, dissent and like revolution in the kids' minds so that they can like cause a problem for America down the line. It was pretty interesting. But yeah, this is not the one we're looking at today. It's just closely connected to a bunch of fucking losers who just want to fucking sit around and not work. It's credit to these guys, I guess, for being willing to call themselves r/anti-work when it's like obviously the first thing anybody's going to think is, oh, okay, you're just fucking lazy. I got it. I got you, bro. And I mean, maybe they've got their reasons. Maybe they've got some explanation for why it's like, no, dude, work is like bad, man. And in that case, that's fine. But it's certainly they've got the balls to just be like, yeah, we're anti-work. We just don't want to work, just straight up. That's pretty cool. Thanks to the Glassdoor community guidelines, I can't warn potential female staff about the son of the owner or registered sex offender. What? What is this? Okay, what the fuck? Well, yeah, sometimes work and like bosses and shit like that is shitty. Sometimes social media things like Glassdoor are shitty. I don't know what that has to do with the concept of work. Why don't you do something useful with your life, like management consulting? Capitalists. Capitalism is the only system that lets you chase your dreams. Also capitalists. Fuck art degrees, history degrees, literature degrees, any other degree that's not profitable for capitalists to take advantage of. No, I mean, you can get those degrees. It's just factually not going to, like, do that much for you. You know, like, it's not really anybody's fault or whatever. I mean, it's an interesting concept, I guess. Yeah, I mean, it's like people have the right, they have the freedom to go to school and fucking, like major in women's studies or whatever. It's not going to get them that far, but if that's what their dream is, like, the thing is, people assume that education is supposed to be like an instant, like, I don't know, an instant road to something else, like a job, a career. Like you go to school now with the predetermined feeling in your head that, okay, the expectation that whatever I'm learning here, I'm going to have a career based on this in the future. But I mean, if you're just going to school with the idea of, well, I want to learn things and this is what I choose to learn, you can do that. It's just that's not going to fit into the capitalist system because that's just not how that works. So it's like, I mean, you have that freedom, but I mean, you also have the freedom to fucking pay for it yourself. I don't know. Interesting conversations to be had on a subreddit like this, I think. I don't care about having a career or job. I just couldn't care less. I love spending time on my hobbies, and I'm pretty much never bored because there's always something enjoyable I can do. I've been a NEET for about 1.5 years, and I've spent most of that time gaming, reading books, and playing guitar. I don't feel the need to get an education or work towards some ultimate career goal. I'm totally content spending most of my time at home engaging in my hobbies. Eventually, I'll have to go back to school or get some shitty retail or warehouse job, and it really is terrible because I love the life I'm living now. It seems like the only way to continue this lifestyle would be to win a large sum of money or inherit a large amount of wealth. Neither is very likely. Um, Yeah, so this guy's just basically like outright about. I don't know though. I don't know if I agree with that. There's something to be said for working. I've not had that many jobs in my life because I don't have any skills. But the jobs that I've had, they've been like menial, shitty kind of jobs, but they get you out there meeting people, talking to people, experiencing things. They get you stuff you can fucking say. Like if you're just indoors all the time, just doing your own fucking hobbies and shit, you're not going to be a very interesting person to talk to, and I speak from fucking personal experience as being not the most interesting person to talk to sometimes. Because like most of my day, now I like as a YouTube man's, I don't have to go to a job and like mingle with fucking coworkers and customers and whatever. So I don't really have that many like day to day like things to bring up when it comes to that kind of thing. So I kind of envy people who have that 9 to 5 job thing because it's like, yeah, you've got, oh, I was going to work today and there was a fucking dead body in the street. That was weird and interesting. There was a fucking bus detour because a bomb went off downtown. It's like you get interesting things to talk about. So I don't know. I feel like there's certainly some merit to work, even if it is just working for some faceless corporation. And I get the concept that like, you don't want to devote your life to McDonald's or whatever the fuck. You don't want to you don't want to be some faceless cog in a machine. I get how that feels, but at the same time there is some value to it. And in certain cases where like a job that you have is a valuable commodity that some people might, benefit from. It's like if you're a doctor or a fucking care aide or something, the job that you would be doing would be helping people and would be like good for people. So I don't know how you can really say that work is like useless in that sense. I don't know. Now I'm just going off on rants about this sort of stuff, but I mean it's kind of what we're here for. This is such a bizarre, because it's like, okay, the first thing you think is obviously come here and you're like, oh, it's just a bunch of lazy fucking millennial commies who don't know the value of work, who are like all on their daddy's paychecks. And you're most likely right. But at the same time, there is something to be said about, like, why do we work? What's the point of it? Outside of just needing money, what's the point of, like, showing... Like, this picture here, this isn't living, this is dying. It's, like, this sort of aesthetic thing about, like, don't be a cog in a machine, don't be the man in the cubicle that's just, like, keeping the thing going. And I do get that sentiment, but I don't know. There's more to it than that. Burger King manager freaks out and attacks employees and customers. What? Okay. What the fuck? Well, okay, that's interesting, but I don't really see what that has to do with... Now we're on public freakout. That's cool. I don't really see what that has to do with... There's a lot of just random shit people are posting here where it's like, look, this happened at a business establishment, therefore fuck work. I guess. It feels great. I hated being part of Generation Rent until my parents gifted me their buy-to-let. Now I'm a landlord and it feels great. I get to charge the stupidest of fines for the tiniest amount of damage, and I could put up rent to what I like. Well, that sounds like it feels great. Like, good for you. Yeah. It's kind of shitty, but hey, if some asshole's willing to live with you. I looked at an apartment once where the guy was saying, the guy fucking said that I wasn't allowed to cook meat in the apartment because he's a fucking militant vegan. So if I have like a fucking bologna sandwich in my apartment, then like all bets are off. If some asshole actually feels like moving into that fucking cunt's apartment, then like he only has himself to blame for whatever crazy shit he chooses to do. Maybe that's this guy. Maybe he's just trying to be as much of a fesshole as possible. But yeah, that probably does feel great. I don't get the point of this sub and all anti-work/anarchist movements. I read all this depressing fucking news about billionaires making money off of slaves and millionaires murdering people and getting away with it because money, etc., and all this horrible shit, but what's the point? I just end up feeling depressed as fuck and wanting a way out of life.
all this stuff that people hear on the anarchist end billionaires side of things are just talking and posting depressing shit. Nothing gets done. I don't think anything will get done. What is the point? This is a very nihilist viewpoint. It's like, what is the point? I mean, I hate the millionaires, but I also hate you guys. Sometimes I briefly imagine walking out from work or hiding / sleeping under a desk. This place just feels like Groundhog Day. You gotta do what George Costanza did. Build yourself like a bed under your desk that you can like hide under. It's great. CEOs can legally murder you and get rewarded if it benefits the shareholders. Keep in mind that when someone says they earn it or worked hard for it, he sure did. All it took was 346 dead passengers. That's $100,000 per dead passengers. Boeing's fired CEO could walk away with a $60 million golden parachute. Oh, this is such fucking hyperbole. CEOs can legally murder you. Are you sure it wasn't like a fucking plane crash? Are you sure it wasn't like just mismanagement and being an idiot? Like, yeah, the guy probably is responsible for people dying. I'm not even gonna argue that. But it's like saying that he legally murdered them is quite the jump to make. What's the alternative? Asks person. I'm curious. What is the alternative? I've been following this sub for a little bit, and I agree that all the criticisms of modern society's work culture, but I'm curious of what you guys think is a better way to do things. Personally, I'm not sure it's possible to have a society that's completely free from work, but I'd like to hear what you guys think. If businesses stopped extracting wealth into the stock market in the race to the bottom and instead hired as many people as possible at the lowest wage as possible in the fewest hours as possible, most of society would already be working 8-hour work weeks. But instead we have 78% of society working paycheck to paycheck, overworked and underpaid, while about 5% do nothing and live off the interest from the stock market. I'd like to call the alternative the race to the top. In such a system, we might not have 47 types of breakfast cereal, perhaps only a few of the most popular. We could 80-20 the fuck out of society and funnel everyone into existing minimum work, maximum pay worker. What? Which cereal gets cut, fucker? Nutter Butter is now ruined for me forever, but you better not take away my fucking Reese Puffs, asshole. The alternative probably isn't going to be a work-free system. If we had that in mind, then we're thinking about apocalyptic climate disaster future. The push should be towards less working, 4-day work weeks and sub-40-hour work weeks. Suddenly going from the current system to a completely work-free society is likely to end in failure. Lowered work time, like shorter work weeks. That's an interesting debate. I've not really heard that many people debate this one that much. I feel like, honestly, yeah, like you could do a thing where, like, the mandatory, like, regular working week could be 4 days, and then you could have, you know, the option to work like 5 or 6 days or 7 days or whatever, more hours, more, you know, what have you. You could have that option, but like, yeah, I mean, maybe set the mandatory amount a little lower, or like the standard, whatever. I don't know who's really in charge of that, but I mean, yeah, that's an idea. I don't know. I feel like it's probably a pretty bad idea, though. I mean, we're just gonna massively lose out on productivity, but like, I feel like it might help with people's lives. It certainly could like help people be happier. It's very interesting. This is such a fucking interesting Reddit to read because it's so stupid on some levels, but on other levels it's like, huh, that really activated my almonds, you know? That really boiled my spaghetti. Library socialism. International proletarian revolution, full communism by the end of the decade. From Genuinely Lenin. That's cool. The alternative is the universal basic income. If you get enough monthly to pay rent and buy food, you can use your free time to do whatever, whether it's working a couple of days a week, volunteering, studying. Yeah, that's right. All we need is just the government to just give us all of our money forever. That's fine. I'm cool with the idea of like welfare and shit for those who need it, but I mean, the whole idea of like a universal basic income. Like, for one thing, is that really the best thing for people? Is that really great? Do we really want to, like, encourage everybody to just be fucking lazy and not work or do anything? Like, yeah, here's fucking $2,000 a month. Feel free to go and, like, just buy some heroin and shit. It's like free government money. I don't know. I've got some opinions on that, but I don't think universal basic income is... I mean, it would be nice, sure. It would be great if the government just gave us all free money. That would be really neat, but I don't really see that happening. I don't really see how that could ever fucking work. Has it become the norm for corporate to purposefully understaff or cut labor? Understaffing to make us feel guilty. I'd give anything to do just 40 hours a week. Impulsively quit my job. Sorry, pretty long. I can't take it anymore. Work has all but killed me. Oh no. I'm having mental breakdowns on the daily. I can't function properly. I want to harm myself. Tonight I drove around recklessly, closing my eyes sometimes and just being an idiot. All because I can't deal with work anymore. It has sucked every tiny last bit of joy, happiness, and soul left. I can't truly picture going in for another day. The fact I have to go in tomorrow for a 10-plus hour shift is making me cry and giving me a headache. The concept of doing this forever is unbearable. Wow, what a fucking child. What a fucking... It's like, okay, yeah, some people have difficult jobs, but this just sounds like somebody whining really hard because, what do you mean I don't get to stay indoors and watch fucking... What do the kids watch these days? Dave Clark 5? Fucking Johnny Carson show? I don't know. My card needs fixing, so does my phone, as well as other bits and pieces I have around the house that are broken. I can't afford to move out. The rent's steep enough at home, and I'm never going to be able to afford to save because I don't earn enough despite working almost 200 hours a month. Well, I mean, that sounds pretty fucked up. That's a lot of shit going on. Nobody's gonna argue that the system's perfect, but I mean, you know, suck it up. I mean, I don't know. A lot of people deal with a lot worse. I'm stuck. I don't recognize me anymore. I want to die. Well, I mean, homelessness is just a step around the corner, dude. It could be fun. Could be a fun, cool experience for you. Not to mention millennials are the first generation ever to experience a fall in life expectancy. What is this? I wasn't born into obscene wealth and I've had to work for a living. I'll be dead at 98. So 2000s and late. I'll be dead at 98. Fuck it, I'm joining the military. I just can't stand working at pretty much any job. I dread going into work every day. I'm currently making $12 an hour, which is about the best I'll find here. I'm a lurker mainly who posts occasionally, but made this account because I know law enforcement and the military are frowned upon in the sub, and for very good reasons. But there just doesn't seem to be any other option. I'm under no impression that the military is easy, but it's not a regular job either, and pays better than any job I can currently get. They house me, they feed me, I'll get free medical, use the GI Bill if I want, get a VA loan, etc. Rather than doing what I'm doing, scraping by and hating life. I feel like this is my last option. Yeah, dude, join the military. Join Ihat Niaj. Join the Navy, dude. That'll be great. Nothing bad will happen. It'll be, you know, I've considered looking into the military potentially in the past. On like a whim, I've been like, maybe I'd join the military and do some like weird strategist shit or something. I don't know. Obviously, I wouldn't be much of like a soldier with the hook hand and whatnot, but you know, I thought about it and I'm like, I know that I would be the asshole that fucking like joins and I'd be like, this is gonna be simple. All I gotta do is, what do you mean we're going to war with Albania? Oh, okay, I guess this is happening now. Fine, time to go shoot some fucking Albanians. Let me play some fucking Smash Brothers first so I get nice and angry and I can bring myself to shoot Albanians. But yeah, you know, I thought about that. Apparently the military pays pretty well, though. They do house you and give you some, like, discipline and whatnot. I mean, there's some things to be said for the military, but then there's certainly a hell of a lot to be said against them. Depends on where you live, I guess. I feel like this is mostly Americans whining, though. I don't know if England really has a lot of the same... Well, no, England has the Labour Party. French union cut power to Amazon facility in support of workers. Hustle culture. Looks like the Tories will scrap the EU's working time directive after Brexit. Okay, we do have some Brits here. Fuck Kronos! You should leave them alone. An employee retired, but he's still here! The absolute bad lad. Huh. Okay, I'm not reading all of that. Having days off gave me a work nightmare. I had a nightmare last week where I was working on an Oddworld style, a game series I think you guys might enjoy, an Oddworld style factory as a slave. I caught a glimpse of the outside world and it drove me to escape. I ran through a forest until I couldn't anymore. They hunted me down with dogs and found me under a bunch of twigs and grass trying to hide. Then they dragged me back to work by my hair. I think the holiday off messed with me. I had the day of Christmas off, and by the great generosity of my employer, half the day on Christmas Eve. I think having those days off was enough of a taste of freedom that my sleeping mind freaked out knowing it had to go back to work where I'll spend most of my waking life for the rest of my life. This is such a, like... I get being depressed about your job, dude, but, like, I don't know. Fucking buy a plant, buy a dog, whatever. You know, there's more to life than the fucking job that you've got. And yeah, I think it's more you're trapped in your own mindset than you are actually trapped in this job. You could go into your job with a great a great mindset and change it around completely and be like, hell yeah, dude, I've got this job. Think of all the people who don't have this job. I got this too. I interviewed for a thing and I got a job and I feel good about that. You could take your boring humdrum thing and turn it into something actually positive for yourself. But I feel like you're just like this guy in particular is, and probably a lot of these people are just kind of like, it's more of the ideas that they've got about work that's like making them feel all depressed and shitty rather than what's actually going on with their job. Maybe their job is nice. Maybe there's nice people to talk to and whatever. Yeah, I don't know. This is not the answer. This is not the answer, is all I'm gonna say. Nobody working is not the answer. Oh, the good old days. Keeping my seat warm today, / my back hurts. Workers of the world unite. Translation and comments. So what exactly can we do about this? I work 60 hours a week and 6 days a week. I can't afford basic necessities. I'm sure I'm not alone here, and everyone pretty much agrees that without good connections, young people just have to suffer. Basically. There are about 1 million people subscribed between these 3 subreddits. That's a voice. How can we use it? Oh, jeez. Yeah, how can we use our voice of fuck work? Call me crazy, but I can't imagine a militant protest of people who are against the concept of working. I feel like a lot of them just would not choose to show up because I don't want to get up. It's cold out. No. I feel like that would be a lot of the response to like whatever. That's a voice. That's a voice of people asking their mom to bring them their Cheetos. How many hours would everyone need to work for creating food and nothing else? LOL. My favorite thread on here. Plans for the future? Well, a new year will soon be upon us, so I'm wondering what's our plan for the future, aside from waiting for a socialist revolution, which, let's be honest, is either not going to come or is going to be implemented so late in our life that us millennials will either be old or dead. Man, it's so cool that these people want to like willingly give away their rights and freedoms to like an evil dictatorship. And yeah, I know real communism hasn't been tried yet, blah blah blah. Every fucking version of this bullshit, this bullshit ideology that we have, every time it's literally ever been implemented by any country or civilization on any level, has been a horrible, abject failure that's resulted in fucking massive inequity and human rights violations. But it's okay, guys. That was not real socialism. Just willingly, rooting for the socialist revolution. I can't wait to be waiting in fucking bread lines. Oh, that's so much better than my job. I have a, as my family put it, niche, read useless skill set. And I'm getting older at 26, so I feel like my life's pretty much fucked, and the only realistic retirement plan in my future is a 9mm pill. or maybe a short walk off a high bridge. So I think you mean long walk off a short pier. I think you fucked that one up, but it's fine. So once again, what's your plans for the future, guys? Does it involve 9mm pills? Building class consciousness, working class solidarity, and organizing workplaces into unions. Can't change the world or seize the means overnight, but we can make our own lives better and exercise some control over our places of employment. Yeah, bro, you just gotta seize those means, bro. You know, you just gotta get right in there and like seize the means, bro. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I've got this double-decker bus parked near Coney Island. I'm turning into a recording studio and rehearsal space. If that doesn't pan out, I may have to start looking for work. Well, hey, look on the bright side. You'll have transportation when you do it. What's your skill set? My professional skill set mostly consists of health aid for disabled people. Well, that's good. That's a useful skill set. I'm going back to school. That may seem dumb, but I'm studying Mandarin and hoping for... Oh, God. These people... Yeah, I guess China's commie, too. So these people probably fucking stan China to some extent. Jesus Christ. Jesus fucking Christ. This is the perils of American freedom. You know? Give Americans a little bit too much freedom and luxury, and they'll just be like... completely unaware of how good they've got it, and they'll be like, well, you know what? I just want everybody in my life to be subjugated and miserable. Why can't we all live in a fucking, like, camp? Why can't we, you know? Where's my free helicopter ride? Apparently people like to be useful. Does that mean we should throw away useless people? Are people forks? All the talk of ungrateful and hostile customers this holiday. There's this. Merry Christmas, everyone. Lost and found to be. I hate the cold and going to work. Same job, but now you have $40,000 student debt. Oh, isn't that how it is? The fact that I get paid doesn't make me feel better about going to work. For most people, money is the incentive for the whole selling your soul for money thing. But for me, I just realized long ago that money can't truly make me happy. So being paid doesn't make me feel better about going to work. I've tried counting down the hours in dollars to make work more bearable, but that never does it for me. If money can... This is so fucking like... I hate to use the term privilege, because I feel like that's a bit of a fucking meme. But this is some of the most privileged shit. Where these are like all these like young fucking... probably white people living in probably America or another first world country. And they're like, they have jobs. They probably got put into these jobs by their fucking families who have connections. They've got all of this shit going for them. This guy's getting paid. This guy's literally able to look at the clock while he's working and count it down in hours. Count down the hours in like dollars and cents. And yet he's still fucking bitching about, but work is bad. You have any idea how many people sleeping on the street over Christmas night would like kill to have the job that you do, bro? Do you have any fucking idea how many people out there would fucking stab someone in the street to be able to count down the hours in dollars and cents? Holy shit, I'm going off on a fucking rant, but wow, this is like really shitty. Like, be thankful for what you fucking got, dude. A lot of people don't have fucking jobs. And it's not fucking fun for them. This is such privileged bullshit where it's just like, there are so many people who have fucking... You know what job really sucks? Young anti-work millennial people. You know what job is one of the fucking worst, most stressful jobs you can have? Unemployment. Trying to find a job because you need one. So having one and then bitching about it being bad is some of the fucking weakest shit that I've seen. Just some of the weakest shit. What does management even do? Seems like when something goes wrong, it's someone else in the company who fixes it. The manager just kind of walks around and talks to people, asks how their weekend was, and occasionally lets people go home early. Uh-huh. It's like a lot of just memes and shit. A lot of like epic fucking communist memes. Last day on the job in retail. Put in 2 weeks, and today's my last day as a cashier in this shit store. Got here at 7 a.m. and leaving at 4 p.m. Using the bathroom to waste time. That's cool. Use your last day of work at the job to just waste time. From I hate jobs a lot. It's like just all jobs, the concept of jobs, the concept of working for fucking... The concept of working for the like life that you have. Nah, I'm just not down for that at all. It's like not even just the job that this person has or jobs that they've had experience with. No, the fucking concept of work. I'm just nah, no thanks. No thanks. Not for me. Jeez. I'm starting to get heated. I'm starting to get like annoyed. As a very anti-work person, should I go for this probably temporary job taking into account these conditions? Oh god. I'm currently working on a project. Schedule is a mix of cons and pro. Well, there's more pros than cons. But he would need to move cities. Interesting. What are your plans for Christmas? Oh, here we go. Communist Christmas, everybody. Let's all gather around the fucking state-sponsored fireplace. Leaving for work by 4 p.m. today, and we'll do absolutely nothing for over the next 2 days. Indian curry and non-playing video games. Oh yeah, all that stuff that was made by people who didn't work. I love the fucking the irony that's obvious with all this. Everybody knows the jokes about fuck capitalism sent from my iPhone, but it's like, yeah, dude, let's just order from my favorite curry place where all of the people there work to make the curry and then deliver the curry to me as a job that they work to do. And then let's play some video games on our console that was made by a company with workers who got paid to make a console with games that were made by workers who were paid to make the... Like, this concept never just... It's so incredibly insular. It's like, no, I'm the only one that matters. Me and my stupid nonsense hatred of fucking getting off my ass. I just want to eat curry and play video games all day. And that's fine. I'm super down with both of those things, especially the curry. But, man, I don't know, dude. I don't know, dude. You might want to think about this one a little bit more. You might want to just listen. You might want to, you might want to, you know, while you're drinking your beer, snacks, cakes, and crisps, think about the people that sold those to you, the people that manufactured them, put them on shelves, delivered them to the store, and ask yourself if the concept of work is really something we should just abolish completely. Maybe if we didn't have those people doing those things, you would have to, I don't know, hunt and fucking forage for fucking berries and shit. You'd have to, like, hunt fucking prey to be able to eat. Is that a better option than just like going into... Is that a better option than the system that we've got now? Is it going into your fucking 9 to 5 for a couple hours and fucking like... Come on, dude. Nut the fuck up. Alright, I think that's gonna do it. I'm like just going off bitching at these fucking commies. Fucking commies, man. That'll about do it for the stream, I think. I'm going to take a look at the super chats here. Let's see what we got here. $2 from Megadoomed, and no message, but thank you. Thank you, Megadoomed, for suggesting the waifuism subreddit a few months ago and pointing out Squidward Girl, which is very interesting. There's more females on the waifuism subreddit than I was expecting, honestly. I was really expecting more, you know, more boys, but no. It's a multifaceted. I don't know, man. I wasn't expecting that. Foul your pal with $5. Fuck me in the asshole. Thanks, XO. I mean, if you insist. Cellophane Girl with $10, dropping in to say hello. Love your vids and streams. Thank you very much, Cellophane Girl. I appreciate that. $1 from X Pantera X, and no message. And then $5 from Dan. I personally can't stand just sitting at home and not being productive. I want to go out and do things, and I want to socialize more than anything. Yeah, I mean, I agree. I spend a lot of my time indoors not being all that productive, but I also hate myself. So like, I can see where you're coming from. But yeah, it's like it's fulfilling to go out and do the things and have stuff to talk about. It's like working takes a lot out of you, but at the end of the day, there's this feeling of like, yeah, you know, I did some shit today. I did some shit. And I mean, yeah, they could have replaced me. Maybe they had a fucking robot do my job or whatever, but they couldn't have done it as well as I did, motherfucker. Because I am the best. Um, and we got another $5 here from Disdan Dan. I'm literally white and born in America and take meds for mental illness, and I genuinely don't understand why some people don't want to be productive. Yeah, I mean, you said it. I pretty well agree with that. Distan Dan once again with $10. Word of advice to the subreddit. No one is obligated to do anything for you simply because you exist. The best thing you can do is make the best of the life that you have as you go on, both good and bad. Big oof, man. Yeah, you know, it's like they don't have a lot of, I feel like it's very much, they don't have the concept of a lot outside of their own like frame of reference, I guess. Like they think they do, some of them at least. I can't speak to everybody, but like they think they do, where it's like they talk about all these like world things. They talk about like Lenin and, you know, various like historical things and working conditions in China and whatnot. And they talk about these things, but when you really get right down to it, the only thing these people tend to know is like their parents giving them money and, you know, giving them comfort and support and a place to live. And so they don't really, and nobody stops to think, and it's easy to like miss it sometimes too. You don't think about how important all of the little things are, like how important work and like the concept of fucking working for and earning your living is to just everything that we have. Like the chair that you're sitting in now, you would not have that chair if it wasn't for people in a factory making the chair and then somebody delivering the chair and like putting it together and all of this shit. The desk your computer's on, the fucking house that you're living in probably wouldn't have been built if it wasn't for some capitalist shit. So it's like, I don't know. Once we start talking about abolishing work, I'm like, yeah, we're all a bit depressed and fucking miserable, but I think it's gotten us pretty far. I don't know. I'm frankly enjoying my Nintendo Switch Lite, and if it wasn't for the concept of fucking work, I don't think I'd have that. I don't think I'd have this computer that I've got, and yeah, I don't know. It's just I'm thankful for the people that slave away behind cubicles and shit to bring me these cool things. I'm thankful for that, and you know what? If I can be a small part in that cog in that machine, if I can be a small element to that, then maybe that's a nice thing. Maybe that's a little bit of giving back. Maybe you just work at a supermarket stocking shelves, but it's like, hey, you stock those shelves. What if somebody didn't stock the shelves? We'd all have to fucking rummage through bins to find our chickpeas or whatever the fuck. And it's like every little thing makes a bit of a difference, is all I'm saying. Working is overall got a lot of problems, but you know what? The concept of work, I think, is a pretty solid one. And I don't think I kind of don't feel like I need to say that, but you know, welcome to 2019, I guess. Let's see here. Oh man, they're coming in quick. Jeez. $2 from Matthias Black. You're my waifu. No homo. I like how it's Y-O-U-R, my waifu. You're my waifu. What about my waifu? What about my waifu? What about my waifu? What do you got to say about that? Thank you. $5 from Disdan Dan once again. I apologize for all the super chats, but the thread was pissing me off, and I wanted to voice my opinions. Hey man, don't apologize for sending me money. It's okay. But no, it's generated some interesting conversation. By all means, it's been appreciated. As was this one. $2 from Will Powell. Check out a Jelk for You. It's a penis enlargement sub. Oh yeah, I remember hearing about jelking back in the day. That's great. That's beautiful. I'll have to look into that. Thank you for the suggestion. That sounds great. Black Onyx Star with $5. Working helps me cope with depression, at least for a couple hours. Yeah, I mean, it gets your mind off of things. Never forget, what was it, Albert Einstein worked in the patent office, just doing, like, really menial, boring labor, so that it could, like, activate his brain to do, you know, the important shit that he needed to do. So that's, like, you know, It's like a perfectly valid thing too. Mevolander with £2.
They're breaking the conditioning.
Sorry, that was a bit of a Mevolander impression. But they are indeed breaking the conditioning, you're right. $5 from Matthias Black. Working may make you feel valuable, but capitalism is still centered around wage slavery, and you're still likely being exploited. Yeah, I mean that's true. There's definitely that. I'm not saying that it's like a perfect system by any means. There's a lot of problems with capitalism. It's the best thing we've got right now, though. There's certainly a lot of exploitation. There's a lot of financial inequity, and it's not, again, very much not perfect, but it's probably a lot better than just not working, than everybody just choosing not to work. I would say. $5 from Masiko Y. My mom has some physical issues and Asperger's, but instead of trying to live off the state, she talked to her job to change some things so she could work. See, that's cool. That's very cool. Yeah, I mean, you got to work through, especially when you're like disabled or you've got something like that that's wrong with you. You got to like, you almost feel like double the need to sort of like prove yourself, I guess. So yeah, work can do a lot of things for people, emotionally, and obviously in terms of the career and like that immediate thing, but like the side effects of work can be pretty beneficial to people. Yeah, let me take a look at the chat here, see what's going on. It's been a while since I've read the chat, actually. Been too busy fucking focusing on this garbage. I wish Elon would run out of all the billionaires. Yeah, at least Elon's kind of down to earth a bit. He's like not perfect. He's a bit of a weirdo, but he's kind of cool. I'm not against capitalism, but we can make it a little better. Oh yeah, there's room for making things better, certainly, but it's just I don't know. I don't see much in the way of a great alternative or anything from what I'm seeing here. So yeah. According to the wage slave reasoning, if you buy anything manufactured, even food, you're helping to perpetuate the system. Yeah, well, like I say, it's like the choice between, hey, guys, okay, I don't want to work, so are you okay with everybody else also not working, and therefore the only way you can now eat is to, like, hunt wolves? Is that what you want? Is this the society you're trying to aim for? Because I'm pretty sure a lot of the fucking Redditor communists that we read from today are probably not going to be the apex predator in that situation. He could be a worse weirdo. He could have a Squidward waifu. Yes. I would like to work, but Asperger's for me is basically a failure for interviews. Yeah, that can happen. I myself have had a few interviews in the past like year or two, and I'm pretty nervous and weird when I'm getting interviewed. So that can certainly be a roadblock. But that's just one more reason why these people who have jobs, who successfully got passed their interview, shouldn't probably not be whining quite so hard about like being chosen to do a position where they get paid to do the thing. And yeah, there's like exploitation and the concept, honestly, the concept of wage slavery, that term is like not even that wrong. It's not even that wrong, like some of the shit that people need to do, it kind of feels a bit like you're just a slave. The way that, you can be working for a company and then you can go and like have to spend money. Like you work for Walmart and then you go and like shop at Walmart and all of their shit is jacked up in price through the roof. And it's like, you're paying me so that I can then go back and give you the same money that you gave me for like overinflated prices on things that shouldn't be, that expensive. It's like there's a lot of that happening too, but yeah, I mean, so the concept of wage slavery, I think, is a thing, but it's certainly not the way they're making it sound here.
Oh yeah, it's big PP time.
Are you Canadian? Yes, and it's impossible to fucking get a job here because everybody needs to have like 7 different fucking diplomas and like accreditations and like certificates that say that they can do a job. You can't work in a fucking dollar store without having like food safe or some shit. It's ridiculous. You are a bear. How are you smart? effing the system. Do your thing.
The banks, the government, the whole system, man.
Okay. It's now 2:31. I think I've been going for 3 hours or something. I am going to stop the stream now. Thank you, everybody, for coming out. This has been a pretty fun one. We started out with some silliness, but we got into some cool conversations and things. And I think we've definitively proved that communism is wrong. That was me. I did that. I'm happy to take the bullet for everybody to have personally proven to the internet once and for all that communism a bad. But I'm just glad to share that with you guys. But yeah, we had some fun today. I think I probably wind up archiving this stream. I feel like it wasn't quite as funny as some of the streams that I do, but it was interesting. It was very informative. I feel like it's a good background stream to have on too if you're like working, or if you're abolishing the concept of work or something like that, or if you're like driving or whatever. It's like a podcast stream. So I think this one will stay up. I wanted to actually, I wanted to archive the one yesterday, but there was a fucking massive drawn dragon penis or horse penis for like a 0.5 of a femtosecond. So that shit's gone private. Sorry, but yeah, it was a good stream. I'm probably gonna cut that one down into a video or two. And speaking of videos, we might have a fucking game review in the future. Because I've been meaning to talk about the terrible Wii Crystal Chronicles game for a long time. And that might finally happen. I don't know. Maybe not. We'll see what happens. I might do some more weird cooking soon. But, yeah. Something cool is on the horizon. Something very strange is coming fast our way. Yeah, that'll do it for the stream. Take it easy, everybody. And have yourself a merry little new year. Once again, we are almost in the 20th century. It's very exciting. Penis.